Community Radio. Yapa, right now.
Come on, Embrace.
Unity Radio. You know, we know radio. Unity Radio, the voice of the people. Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Yo, Kofi, oh my woman, oh many a mamma, any baby, what a warren. One nipa, as I did power of you. Yamo Ember,
Come on,
Yamo yembera ye ebe ya efiri yenara. Asampa etia obanyansa foso wo munubia wanka na asam. Ze mafutu sam kakre wa asupeme. Yo kofi omani ya woman. Omani ya mama. Eni baby ako wacha ta ya wareni.
Adiachi ebia.
Anini pa.
Ahaya Unity Radio 103.9.
Yamo yembera.
Midin Eddie King Kalusha. Manicho Magandi Tatarita Mempeme Wasem Emarudo Crew Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester version of Elizato, man of so many names and acronyms. Manicho Magani of ya. Opo National. Opo National. Noah Opo Kujanfino no. And so Nimbobo. America no nim tukakra. A very good morning to you listeners out there. Jode I said to you. Sane si ende biano. You be a word of motivation. After that word report. If you word report this one afi, a weather report. Weather reporter. If you are a cost sports. Nafi political discussion you do atwa so. You be check be power adwin kire so at the end of the program no. Na bibia tumi akoso. Omo so say this media be a rich way. Asamas. Olubabri shop. Ash pharmacy. Amani try to say Ash Pharma. Venom Women's Health Center Services. Rashida Financial Services. Danko African Market. Go Coast Catering Services. Anochi Trading. And the Nabiam Barber Shop. Sell you a koi. And a debia almost so I sing. Not forgetting Dan Auto Repair. Sajman Kui and Omo Boy and made the BID, Jumadi Bro. O man be ya na fi na fi wo. Na de kakaka e betuma ma manai. Once again, a very beautiful morning to you out there. My name is Israel King Kalu. You have to trust so no you be kokko a word of motivation. Opo so I ready my word of motivation. So na one check.
Yes.
Okay, I wish for Manito.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I was indoors. I did a lot of things that we do indoors.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Okay.
Yes, you know, I love pool a lot. Do you know I love pools?
Pools.
The pool game. The game called pool.
Oh, pool. Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of
pools.
About holes in the doors. You know, the small holes.
Oh, okay.
You have 6 of them. And that's my favorite game. So
okay.
I stayed indoors to enjoy a lot of holes.
Oh, okay.
They're in way no. Yes, I mean no podium sound. Oko Saturday I'm seeing call Sunday. You can ask Monica and the husband. I was there to see them.
Oh, okay.
I was there to see them. I had a very rollicking. It was a beautiful one. Kalisha, you should have been there. A lot to eat and drink. Yesterday was one of the finest days. I mean, Kwame Kese was there. I mean, we had a beautiful moment yesterday. Opo was there at the
beautiful intercourse.
Intercourse. We had a lot of intercourse. So it was a very good weekend for me. I mean, it was my weekend of half asleep, half partying. Okay. So I really enjoyed myself.
Oh, what na crack? I'm not Mr. Power.
One of the best places I've been. I mean, in Worcester. Was happened yesterday. So I made a mistake. I can say me from Nawoba. So I had a very good weekend, and it's a Monday. We are soldiering on. I mean, time na banichi one.
Okay.
So I mean, me dampe mana, me phone eboa me. I could have nearly missed the mark, but I mean, we are in high spirits to really perform for God, country, and ourselves. So a very good morning to everybody listening to us here, afternoon, evening to those in Qatar.
Time answer. As a Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday into Sunday, but I mean, it was a relaxing.
I don't know now on count. And on the end, you call yen Saturday.
Oh yes,
enjoy sa 1 hour. Who call Sunday and now Saturday.
You see, I said we should move you. In about 2001, I was and now. I mean, you enjoy your moment. Until me this the morning, me BB says 7 bashonti. Me sorry, I'm having about 7:30, but in reality it was 8:30. So virtually we are in the new moment this morning. See, a very good morning, Paul. Let's enjoy.
And no dey so. Well, me
you know me. I like my corner.
I don't know you.
You don't know me.
Yes, you bought G League.
Obi name me bia no me C League. I mean coronavirus na me dey me the corona.
And I'm busy dey na cause
Remy or corona. If you are inviting me to your home, there are two, either Remy or corona. I mean, if you want to introduce me to I tried margarita too. I like margarita. The lemon margarita. No wonder I had that name. I think it's one of my favorite names too. And no idea. I mean, it was a beautiful place. Kwame Kese was there. Everybody that open Wamba, but trust me, everybody that I knew in Worcester was around. Yes, I mean, I'm to one corner and I make sure you know.
Yeah,
me.
because now I was at the funeral itself. If you hold late, but yes. and yesterday was for the family, so I decided not to step out.
Okay.
And to be home with the kids because. Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday, I may say movie night. I couldn't watch a movie with them. Now,
you had to
compensate you
with the Friday
yesterday.
with the Sunday evening.
And Ramensi for Manko baby.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but Kalusha crowd friend me said, "Ono ye juma. Timencha ono pon ono jinisika gunu butum no. Me mentena fi ntwa me pon and Sane.
Oh, but you should have come over to the place. I mean, a lot.
And I'm saying me kwa ono ntina me ko because me kwa G League me movie, C League me movie. Germany the
Bundesliga,
J League,
yeah, J League Japan,
Jupi, it's a
Jupiler, Belgium.
I mean,
Jupiler one favorite drink.
Yeah, me mo C, me mo.
So Goya Malt, no, you know Goya Malt. Calabar, you had Goya Malt for kids. So you should have. We talk about J League.
We're friend of God have mercy.
GO League, because there's a J League, you have GO League, Goya Malt League. I mean, but it was fun. It was fun, and I heard Saturday was big, but Sunday too was bigger. A very good morning to the family. They really put up a show, and I hope to see more of such acts and ways. Yeah. So motivation. Yeah, they are top ones.
And now who Kwame can sing.
Oh, Kwame said I should wait. He's coming. I should stay at the same place. And that very moment is when I left. I mean, not knowing he had been at the other side dancing a lot. But maybe now it's a popular stand. You know, I'm only a beast on the microphone. In real life, Mpeka Sabe bro.
Hey, Kotoko match near saying 2-0. Has board draw. Now me fresh shoe kind.
Yes.
Friday.
I'm about 2 draws. I'm about 2 draws.
Me catch them say. Ye go Dubai. Mo see na Herbert Mensah ye bi. And at the end, me catch them. Mami aba me chiao.
So far, so very
and
good.
And then preachy.
I think
Kotoko
coach no crap on. He's also a delight to watch. With any interview, sir, you enjoy him. You enjoy him.
Fabulous.
They're on course, but just
100%. You 6 points.
Yeah, you can
2 against Phobia 2
games, but
6 points.
Yeah,
against Phobia 2.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Mami chat Derek can pay Derek me chow. Oh yeah, me chow. Kwaku shoes. Me chow you land of family somewhere. I catch them say fabulous weekend. System ni yejuma. Fabulous.
Who said the perspective? To Saturday.
Next Saturday na weekend.
They see.
Friday ni start here. Has board draw. And on board matches ni bi memenda. And on we na nra.
And the crowd some bobi.
And akotoko share.
And the media man baby any go stars.
Mediama
go stars.
Upon mediama memva ho.
Yeah.
Me dey na me pa. Fabulous.
Yes.
Mo dey me
Kotokoni.
Na me dey ni.
Oh, okay.
Me Kotokoni ba me madwuma me mfa nko ho me sanam te. Se me tena my console anim se me ya analysis there. Se me dem ma me dem ma.
Over buchi na oyesa ka wo kuma say.
No, it's always been like this. I mean,
now okay.
Now na umu am no monam nyina so monim say me fa.
But now on can
No, me can there. Kuma say there man can
Oh yeah, I mean, I know, but it should affect your analysis.
Yeah, team. Yeah, I mean, Alan Shearer money a friend saying Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, of course.
Gary Neville.
Bias, so they try to stay on the line.
It's Liverpool born bred, but the Basoya analysis, that's a fantastic time. And that team Ninkoyi, and I was listening to him.
The biases were always
Brendan Rodgers.
It should be fascinating.
Time I retire from Brendan Rodgers as Sky signing on Adei. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I understand you. You're part of the world.
Yes, you see, yeah, the end of the day, you can be truthful. Maybe we're hard in it, but they need to be serious. Say, hey, we're hard in it, but the truth is that the team needs to be serious. That's our problem. You can be biased, but you should be fact laden. As I'm not working, facts womb can it be verifiable and analysis. But I mean, bias is there. You can't run away from it. But I agree, Ghana there would be one or a day. I mean, we age any your affiliations always take a better. Obi MPP, but Obi MPP, but your analysis, you can see that the person is being fair-minded. Obi NDC, your analysis. This one, no, I'm a pro, and there's no problem with it. Life is the boy on my saying echo. Now the way of thinking is saying I'm only talking about the positives about my team and what negatives about the other one. It's a form of a journalism. Obi more Barcelona. Positive about Barcelona, negatives about Real Madrid. You can't take it away from him. But this one my Barcelona, but it's fair-minded to it. But so far listening to him there, I think I'll give him that one.
Okay.
Saying show him go now, Papa cry. You come and see the goal.
Oh yeah,
a bit soft.
of course.
Well, as I said, no, mommy and me, I didn't like it. I mean, there was a foul leading up to the goal. Yeah, near the share and Kebemia. But I mean, it happens.
There be a mechanic asking we buy our money Liverpool manager. Once the mechanic
he had a lot of bad words to say.
So once the mechanic you're a bad loser. Exactly. I don't like that thing about him.
Exactly.
He's a very bad loser.
I also see it as someone who doesn't want to lose, but sometimes it's annoying.
No, but Manu ball there. Ball who need right to win every game.
Oh yes, of course.
Sometimes you can lose, sometimes you can draw.
It was always coming, but the timing was what you were worried about.
Chelsea's coach was disappointed on Saturday because they feel say Burnley there. Me cry there. My focus wasn't on Liverpool. Now my focus was on the United game. Say once me can say Chelsea lens there. United in Australia. I mean, United
should take 2 points.
Exactly.
But
Nistro City tsunami.
The first 10 games who but picking from 10 going now.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's robust.
All lose match. Just admit he said what lose match. Na yen twaso.
Yeah, I agree.
Complaining sa and I go in your go. I mean first goal no. Who share ball na etiseng.
And the run-up, I think there was a handball. I mean,
no, ball na mobi answer. Handball ni dia mobi answer, but or see Ogbona ehuri ya no. Ogbona pejane sakosro ntie block goalkeeper.
I remember that one.
But I know how is that a foul?
Listen, that challenge on Allison, but we didn't foul. I mean, nipa they were flying there. You
I said no amount leverage. On sana behuri na dia amount leverage.
Extended, but one extending is Allison made a basic mistake. Because you have to have your eye on the ball, then you go for the ball.
Yeah, that's it.
He got a bit confused until the concentration came on.
Until Robio no say MBC no back no a defender tuntum no. Or see what they do.
Yes.
Time no defender say so who say team no man neighbor no. Omo you good or set pieces. Corner ni free kicks ni ball like paja. Omo no obi goalkeeper no ho ban.
Yes.
Nti omo defender ba akoko gina keeper na nim to protect
any
amount for some confuse keeper
aggression on him.
It happens.
Yeah,
now
I think so.
people we are sure complaining and
that ball is never a foul. I mean, you were
and a red card. SSNK Cresswell red card.
Yeah, Cresswell to challenge, you know. I mean, it's similar to way there, no. Poba there, no. But I will say at the end it starts. Who show will start there red? But if the legs are on the floor there, I mean, he's talking too much. For the first time, they are agreeing principles.
No, then they catch on monitor na oye. Sisi as no on the opposing coach. Nya banta. So ushena.
So on the Lampard nya issues.
Yes, that thing.
In the way of.
Oh yes, sir. You are no man. Mintina mama ya Pep no. Pep sometimes complains bad. Pep complaining who say genuine.
When we actually Liverpool lens, no, it's all about Liverpool.
Too much.
That's
too much.
Yeah, but why
you see, it's why am my 10-year Liverpool kitty.
Yeah, no, that's why Liverpool as empty.
No, me pay Liverpool, me pay Manchester United, me pay Manchester City because Omo ya me rival. Why would I like them?
Yeah, of course.
Also, ASU. Of course. I supported
Western
football. You can't support.
Burnley share no other. And now you lose too much. Be Gyampo ground or better than show. Yeah, no one cry City.
But that's the beauty of football.
Yeah.
I mean, your permanent interest.
For ball. City ne United.
Yeah. The 2-0.
Yeah.
But the interest was that United should spoil the party.
Yeah, but 60 points, mommy.
Yes,
because United are more
permanent interest, like America, only permanent friends. Permanent interest. What will I get from this game? One a shot, course. United looks a bit soft. Someone crowd that was right. You don't have to fear, but City. I'm gonna take you off a jumbo jet.
City that's what I want to mean to
a jumbo jet. Well, especially Crystal Palace are shining until tell Lucy we are not 6 point lost. Once a battle, sometimes they're just 2 pair. 4 teams at the top, and 4 teams at the bottom. In Canada, they are just really playing for pleasure. On BBC and AC. Say Liverpool, Chelsea, City. In the mix, you know. I thought there could be a third force, but you see, and West Ham doesn't really bring that. Fourth force, West Ham fan back. Maybe Arsenal, then they can really join that party, but it will depend on their game against Liverpool.
Yes.
Against
Premiership defenders. Oh yeah, do. Said Arnold 2 goals defender.
Yes, they've always been good. I think defensively in there. I mean, EPL has a bit of steam. On the other leagues in the Amata ball flavor.
Trend not match when I share.
2 goals.
Yeah, penalty share free kick
Liverpool.
Trent Arnold.
O share ball ni bi.
Yeah, check where you.
I remember the free kick.
Maybe so share ball ni bi. Trent Alexander-Arnold. He only scored the free kick. The free kick. Divock Origi na share second goal. Instead maybe so as a Liverpool fan. Well, you didn't even watch the game.
What's your live score?
Yeah, Divock Origi na share second goal.
Yeah, me tiny free kick no.
On the left, but ya no kra na me die yatem ai sa Dawson na obi obona na opra no.
Yeah.
And nka ya ha Western.
But sa ja Cancelo no the pass is yenye bad o. Pass or for second goal.
Yeah, Origi. I'm not
I'm assist, sorry.
I'm assisting
from. Or share no assist.
Yeah, he scored an assist.
Timu ba hwe ne ja adwuma yon kwa na pesca. Me trade for anything. Hey,
word of motivation, but cost sports no. Word of motivation. Nah, yeah, afi yanko yin na.
Kaluma mama no chonye ma.
Fast na obekọ no for
Rich Auto School. Driver's license
me
hona soko 65 James Street.
That's right.
Boy adwuma ye. O problem with your permit. Opese ye kire kaka. Afi na nyame aye odom sa kan neoma. Ope license, oba obebo. De any kan say ni programs no wachichem. Or a adult certification program and a junior operator certification program because akwadani penny 16-18 years any 60 years 50 what do you want classroom bakwa emfa obi absorption rate different obi programs different you na ya kire na ya boa na ya jo license amount uhia say permit no minimum bi no atro no 11 times me ma me bi obrey reach we or areas because you need to pass just 18 out of 25 to or say master has say to kwabun say be twan one time into problem bia wo bia say wa fairly permit na check say be yenuanom ne ma me mo any opportunity anko school ebi ho anyo mo da bia me kaso mo any opportunity. There are some people the way they work hard hano ebi o mo opportunity a nkombeko ba opportunity na anya den ama te basa uridi manu anokra wuntumi MYE and on reach we babuao 508-459-1331 508-451-1331 offer na obebo na also to me pass it Timanu motivational message.
I think we upon my faith there my motivational message pepe. All things are very difficult before they become easy in life. All things are very, very difficult.
Unim say another motivation and ankamezume na nye the same. But me no say I'm telling you it's not going to be easy. But it's worth it.
Yes, it's worth every moment. It's worth every moment along the way. So all things are very difficult until they become easy. Meaning that if you've not put your head to it, you will not know how easy it becomes. Nothing under the sun is meant to kill you. Now, if you believe in God, if you can't carry, God will not give you that load. I mean, a spiritual part, not even in normal day life, no. Everything is difficult. You might be overwhelmed. Everything, tell yourself, say, I do with the idea. CNA certificate, meet me out there in your LPN. A pharmacy, they say no go engineering, WPI, oh dear, one attempt, a pilot. Nagan in the media inquire pilot. Yeah, they look very difficult. But once you accept the challenge, sometimes they just want you to spend time. Because school UK and realize here, they want you to spend time with the books, 300 hours, sitting down. They are not there to trick you, but for you to gain knowledge, for you to use eventually. It's in this world there. Don't see anything to be too easy. Don't see everything to be too difficult. But if even it looks difficult, you can make it easy for yourself. So that at the end of the day, the glory. When we say we call commencement and I say congregation, I say or we plaque and so and I say BBI, you know the excitement which comes with it. But we call matriculation. In a medical 4-year course. You remember when we were in KNUST, we call cry, we call games room. But at the end of the day, we pass it through. They win and mid semester. Every 2 months, be a pressure. I die so. One that sometimes we call Christmas crowd break.
First subscribe. First subscribe. For all be down. Hey, every coffee. Me no akwe your bar or shots na games no coffee. I mean, they motivate you by threatening you, but at the end of the day, they were difficult till they become very easy. So whatever it is, have that mindset and learn and put your faith, your spirit, and everything into it, and it will be easy eventually. Well, best you smile at the storm. Which you ain't to be part of me across it. I shall say I'm just away dear and coming to me here though. But Miami BS and all things are difficult until they become easy. It will be piano. Nothing. We control exams. We can reach with 8. Now me 18. Yes, I did. But they look difficult. But they will become easy once you decide to learn. Go to the right places. Talk to the right people. The best of advice. We be film advice there. You pick some out and you apply to your own life, because in life there no two situations are the same. They can be similar, but emotionally we are wired differently. Even twins are wired differently. They will be who are best and more comfortable. Be one nursery. So they look difficult till they become very, very easy. Okay, Manichu. Opo de kakra beka won na
oh there be time na
okay eti Manichu Magandi Tatarita mempe me ho asem na o say all things are difficult until it becomes easy. And word of motivation, you know. Ritual auto school that was say mo this hands me abai Manichu there the word of motivation for me be a nice one.
Oh yes,
a very nice one. Thank you. After you call the weather report that auto repairs and the day weather reports, you know, at the mine. Mr. Dan there, I'll be him. O car say, o the BMW, Toyota, Hyundai, can I say Hyundai, Honda, Nissan,
anything that runs on 4 tires, car, anything that runs on 4 tires, just bring it, and from the body to the soul to the check engine to everything. It will be there for you. The brakes, I mean your tires.
Talk out for no person. Master Dan so checking be or check we are not sat them no dey call. Yeah, special
RMV.
Obe make sure say car no or passing inspection we be come.
Yes.
Obe say car checking the better so obe so change engine. Obe say car no shock at the service. The brakes route say everything be a car be no. Or the back down auto repairs. 45 Fremont Street. Eho and Dan Mr. Danso. Eho almost say I seen MAD weather reports in the bre one paying. Weather no and I know who kwasa be 59 highest and 42 lowest. We swear on pay there. Mbe shikakra but still okwa November money one wa pata de bia say one ba na say wash and yes was to me whether need to me drop it at any time be until the highest for the day were 59 and 42. So do November musia 59 the cry say summer until I'm for enjoy it. Until I don't know weather reporter yeah day I'm at here for no. Yeah try so no you be call sports in there with this sports there Asamas any Olu Bible shop any ash farmer opo Asamas any Olu any ash farmer my if I you know my na fi entwaso
yeah the asede ma ash pharmacy ebo ne homodin ono so tai cheaper na ye de agudi unsambre ete for sebia dem fa ne se we Ghana ne wo Worcester ha na o pe baby e de your friend say o prescription afa ash pharmacy 1067 Main Street oboy jume yi pa o ye Ghana ni a wa de bia e kasa abusia mama ye moa na ye promote Ghanaian made businesses and services na enkonanim yenua Sam wabo adwuma Ghana ni abi pharmacy kese te CVS bia benya to CVS bia benya bia to ash pharmacy 1067 Main Street bra or say o the prescription o the fa ho obeye delivery amount adro no yen de bebre ofie on ha ho ena watu ka koba bia akwaji wadro ash pharmacy etaechi ena anopa bia o se ukọ Ghana ope panie abo malaria dear vaccinations immunizations ni nyina no oba obema obi sanso na ope over the counter medications obenye bi ato eho oba adwuma bibia nkwada aduane diaper whatever ni nyina no ba ash pharmacy a onsa ebeka bi sanso na yede aseda ema big olu beauty and barbering hair salon ube UT no anima da ho na wife olubo adwuma da bia me kan say barbering salon no doso but olu stand store because ube to my money transfer ho ube to me assistant phone obesimi ato sim card for big olu a one stop shop ho no uba bibia de din obo adwuma yi pa ono so taichi ene edi dwumadi bro ene edi asada kese ma asama trading se ba no se obeye aduane obeye party outdoor and engagement ope any type of enam say ye meat say ye fish type ni na no ba asama so a ye wona daka fish bia ope bia tuna fish type bia say red snapper say croaker say salmon any type of fish ni na no ye wono adaka sanso ena ope aponche ye wo de unse Australia mu produce the most hygienic meat of all time. So no asamwa na ponche nam ni fi Australia till less fat. Anwa nye ni srade na nye bebree because Australia the whole world obi ajo mutum so kotogu dale ne hwan enyina eho no mu friba. Nti brasama trading na eba be di udwa nyina 1084 Main Street na bibia nso ntumi konka sama trading yetene so ane asore omo ebo enchidom na yedi dwumadie edi ebre etifo so you be a me pacho o problem with sasabro rheumatisms neck pain obi oda sori a na ne kon achi opagya empagya sanso ena ne kotodwe awoya bai kra de ye maame ne ye papa nom no ebinum epra mpacho ni nyina ne se ohom kotodwe no ohun se ntini no se de moja na se die afrisane koba ne joint ne ade no thread na didi thread nti eba no sa wohia obi a waben na onim ni pasu no se de ye far by tie na watumi aboa ahwe nti se wo sasabro problem neck pain knee pains waist pains bema se bi usisi mu ahodwo waye mre sexually me pacho hu eye Hallelujah Scientific Care openia a friend of said Dr. Eric Kwabi na omwa o se ko adwuma saa te se manucho 12 hours 7 days oh humia e basa na o muscles na tensed ese se release tension e wo muscle ne mu said e be ade e be kyan betumi ama muscle na recover and relax here now recover so that the next day no kwa adwuma na nyoma ko yi ama eba no saa ye kanfo Hallelujah Scientific Care Dr. Eric Kwabi ene dia ma papa ibo adwuma yie pa enu nti osebra na de omo se wo your bow so ye bema na sasabro issues o joint pains we chibre mo we chika se obi o a otena konwa so na otsori agina ho a age se 3 minutes ansa na watumi atene ne mu ni na no Hallelujah Scientific Care Dr. Eric Kwabi da no beboa na otu sa nyoma ni nyina ase ama na odi nkun bi aba since 2005 na san nkun ni bai your friend Sankofa cream and said they are use benge ni ade no Sankofa cream no dia wo ye ne se wo de se ukoye adwuma ba no abra fa bi twitwi ho sra ne da ade ya chia masa wo beka se me se uko gym bai eniema na de da kwan bi bia de da yi na bibia nso so ekoyie nti ene ye kanfo Hallelujah Scientific Care na ede ama osebra na ene omo maye adwuma na bibia nso ntumi konkan omo bo adwuma omo taichi dendenden na etumi di agudi hunsam ede ebreti for free Hallelujah Scientific Care na Dr. Eric Kwabi e was 774 386 5640 774 386 5640 774 386 5640 omo taichi na yede agudi hunsam ebreti for anopay
opo ebeda sipping efa okay sense some ni sheswa South Africa can be ede sembia ba betuja na asem no arehuye pa Ghana forward Mohamed Anas, who once thanked his wife and girlfriend in a post-match interview, has been shockingly released by South Africa top flight side STS Galaxy on the grounds of carrying bad luck. Apparently, no, the wife, and crack up with South Africa for so much years, man, and say, apparently, no, bad luck, and or the other team, na team name idea, bad luck, see there. Obi fa bad luck the bad team this thing and then some if South Africa ba an idea MTF for you feel what yɛmfa yɛni nkyɛ ɛhemfa wɔ Ghana seminar no abantie baako a yɛfɛ no Gideon Mensa yɛto nsa frɛ no sɛ nka ɔmbɛsi akan ɛma senior national team ɛnka aka kopie Unity Radio Sports Desk no sɛ aberanteɛ no apira nti ɛnya adeɛ a wobɛtumi ɛde n'ani akyɛ the senior national team ababɛsi akan ama ɔmo ɛno nso ne nkra yɛde ɛma atiefoɔ yɛfiri hɔ over the weekend no lake matches ni bi ɛkɔ so yɛntɛtɛm no yɛmfa score lines ne ma ewia na afei yɛateɛ asimu wɔ local foreign news ne ama tebet na bibi atumi akɔ so ɛyɛ paa yɛkɔ Ghana Premier League no atumi ba so over the weekend memfa ho popia mra afei wia na me de European score lines so aba na afei yɛba na yɛba fie na yɛba bɛyɛ discussion na bibi atumi akɔ nkan Ghana Premier League no early kick-off and I say early a class of folk boy na koko bae no na class of folk and abo 1-1 aba class of folk ufiada no omobo 1-1 nti amanfo bebre start sere a class of folk say hey phobia ebe ni nti phobia for say they definitely go to bounce back nti omo vi say no man koya mo sere omo de omobo akra class of folk definitely bounce back nti eno ne ensema ede ma etiefo ede match say eba Ghana no score lines ni bi emini akage Olympics transfer sha Accra Lions kamiansa amomote kanu baako Kifesa etwa Aduana Stars ewo doma ekokosho miensa amomote kanu baako eno na Kumasa Sante Kotoko with the new coach Prosper Prophet Prosper omotumi share Bechem United Akomea ebienu omomoso mentwanti Brekum Chelsea so share 11 wonders no bi ntwan shebi Elimina Sharks so trafie ema ifo kokosho mo kamiensa ema mote ekanu baako Dreams FC ekosho miensa ema mote ekanu emu baako Ashgo so trafie ni Karela FC ekwonti benko bi ahye nyako baako na Lagos Cities as you rate United no Lagos City for show miensa ema rate United esu eti ekanu mienu has yede di ka Canada da no omne wafa omo esi akan ema obia entumi anhye ne yonko onunti na yede amatiefo no enti yanko Europe so yanko hwe score lines of the 5 major leagues no teams are on board over the week and a team omudi ncho over the weekend no matches by bi Manchester United transfer Man City ko show mo kamino mentuanti Brentford also transfer man Norwich ko show mienu omote kanu baako Chelsea transfer the bridge so Stamford Bridge and ma mo Burnley ekutman ko bi ahye ne yoko baako Crystal Palace under Patrick Vieira omso mo modern transfer we kamo omonkofo mo free wolves omso mo kamienu mo eti anti kanu and Brentford and so Brighton and so Newcastle no obi atumi hye ne yonko baako eno na memenda ye call Spain na La Liga Santander no so eba so Espanyol transfer hye Grenada kamino mentuanti Celta Vigo so ene Barcelona ekwati penko bi ahye yanko miensa Deportivo Alaves so transfer ene Levante omo Levante kamino mo te kan baako ene Real Madrid so hye Royal Leverkusen kamino omo so eti kan baako o call Serie A na Spezia ene Torino Spezia show Kabako Torino and 20 defense transfer old lady of Syria transfer Fiorentina Kabako went and Atlanta etwa Cagliari e omufie ko show mukamino mumti kanubako Bayern Munich transfer share Bayern Bundesliga no Bayern Munich transfer share Freiburg e ka mino mumti kanubako bon transfer share Offenheim e ka mino 20 Stuttgart transfer share Armenia Bielefeld be share Kabako 20 Wolfsburg transfer share Augsburg Kabako 20 and RB Leipzig so share Dortmund e ka mino mumti kanubako o call friendly ana Lily any Angus obia share ne yanko baako na Paris Saint-Germain etwa Bordeaux eko share ne kamienu kamiesa moti eka no mu baako biasa moti tete ka mienu that is Paris Saint-Germain omo match omo boy no ni Bordeaux ni Kwesi Ada no matches ni bi su eba to eja ho na Arsenal try fish Watford kabako omentment everything and Tottenham omo obia nhyebi 0-0 Leeds enso ne Leicester obia hye ne yonko bako na West Ham enso try fi hye Liverpool kamiensa emomoti karimo mienu Villarreal enso ne Getafe no Villarreal try fi hye omo kabako omentment Valencia ene Atletico Madrid obia hye ne yonko miensa Mallorca ene Elche obia hye ne yonko mienu Osasuna ene Real Sociedad enso Real Sociedad to amoko kwhye omo ka mienu mantuante ena Real Betis enso trafima Sevilla ebe hye omo ka mienu mamo so mantuante ko Serie A na Valencia Venezia etrafi hye Roma ka miensa mamuti ka mienu Bologna etrafi etwa Sampdoria ekosho omo kamienu emomuti kan bako Udinese eso trafi ehye Susalo ekamiensa momuti kan mienu Lazio etrafi ehye Salernitana ekamiensa momuti kan bako kra na Napoli enso so ne Verona obi akontipe omo kontipe nko obi ahyenyako bako na the Milan derby AC Milan enso ne International enso so obi ahyenyako bako ko Bundesliga ni mo Hertha Berlin ene Leverkusen obi ahye bako Cologne ene Union Berlin obi ahye ne yonko mienu Gatafo ene Eintracht Frankfurt tuam ko shomo ka mienu momutika bako ana colleague ana Messe etrafi ni Met otipenko bi anhye Brest Manucho's Brest
yes
ko toa Rowe eko shomo ka mienu momutika bako
the Brest is really performing very
good ena Nat enso ene fight Strasbourg obi ahye nyanko mienu Rem ene Monaco obi ahye nyanko obi anhye nyanko bi Saint-Étienne ene Clermont Saint-Étienne show mo kamiensa amomote kan mienu ena Nice enso trafi Montpellier ebe show mo ka ba komantimi ante ena Rennes trafi show Olympique Lyonnais kadnan mo so omantimi ante mu adabraka and crack a copy and say Manchester for Anopa Bosuo say coach your friend Oligona social no I heard the no with the chiku discussions be coso at the palm Newcastle for share and they do a appointee Eddie Howe maybe I'm appointed that Eddie Howe yeah confirm Eddie Howe say maybe new coach Newcastle say you know confirmation in abadada nti no na Eddie ama atie for no ya go hwe enkomon ketekiti na fe meja moma abejafo na abejafo so enche o madwi na fe ento adwumadi ni so Man City for akache Barcelona for say omo branch e fe no Frank de Jong na omo so omo pe Raheem Sterling omo madwi say omo so midfielder e Frank de Jong no omo fa no be exchange they say it's not robbing Frank Fiorentina for so branch back friend Doslan Slavek is also nanka Arsenal for epeno back me say anhwe na Fiorentina for enja branch amano anko angokusi akan amomo say kra akopim say no chifo no man koye kwa mo coach kraja mo eduma na to emra no mo first win but kra akopim say anhwe Chelsea former coach I friend Frank Lampard and obey na dwen say obokwa hokokuchi wo bokwa friend Norwich City e kra akopim say wan hwe ya emra Anopa call Manchester United as share no wan hwe ya coach obabe fa Manchester United ebe former French international former Real Madrid coach your friend Zinedine Zidane wan hwe ono ena obabe ye Manchester boko no coach emma omasake so almost say ebekoba say almost sake Oligona Session Manchester share one also nkrago be say coach your friend Brendan Rodgers Leicester no wan hwe ono so e ba say ya wo e team concern on betin so be fa boboko e fe no Manchester United no na bibia to me akọ enkan enkan ko pim Manchester share na say Bruno de Fernandes say the way coach e fe no Oligona so de o mo fa no eno man koyi pa nti o direction o mo ko no eno man koyi nti ama boys ni na frustrated oh Manchester United and say me dey dawson na emre nti Beja mama beja for na fe ye de enkomo no ahyehyehye so. Abeja for e say me ho nya ho kwaba.
Yeah.
First story, bad luck a player.
The first story.
First story.
I think it's very unfortunate. I mean, this is Africa. We believe in a lot of things. So sometimes it's very difficult to, accost yourself that you will be hard on a team who decides that. But sometimes, why him? So the coincidences are too much. That it should have been good, more information, because when you throw these things out there, then spiritually you are not being fair. Football frowns on some of these things. So for you to say that purely not based on performance, but you think that it's bad luck to the team, I think it's an eyesore. That is where FIFA near the end, they need to prove that they support players hands in everything that they do.
Okay, so I say my mama said some players of the Premier Soccer League, the PSL, approach the club leadership that they are currently struggling. Starting the league is because of the president of announcing the squad, which they call decision to fire the Ghanaian star. And the person be Brian I don't know if he say Abrantia no ebia okọ dressing room wa tension or the tension be quite I don't understand. Say
the American say I mean the reasons they are ascribing is very, very unfortunate and very unfootball like to say that a player is bad luck to the team, so that's why you are really pulling him off the team. I think I'm particularly not happy against the backdrop that he's even one of our own.
Yeah,
I mean, he became famous for that beautiful interview that he granted. I thank my wife and girlfriend. Sorry, new way. I mean, in the exuberance, in the bit of exuberance, he really went that haywire. But it doesn't mean that they can go this extent. I'm particularly not happy to be reading such unfortunate stories from a team that, because it's bad luck, he should not be no more part of the team. But hey, sometimes in the midst of some of these things, they saw no one strong. Go to another team. I don't think that will be end of the day. Maybe the other good side is that you are not being left off the hook because of bad performance, strengths of bad performances to say you are not a good player. But they feel that your presence brings them bad luck. So, I mean, another team which believes strongly and anti some of these acts can really take him on to really make him get to the heights that he wants. So that's a bit I can say that it's not good. I wish Ghana GFA will issue a strong statement to it and to the extent that petition FIFA that a CAF that this is not good to be reading such stories from a club. You know, South Africa is noted for some of this notoriety when it comes to xenophobia and idea. They have a way of which you are not part of them, then they are against you. Even especially we say xenophobia because it's not even racial. Against their fellow blacks, they have a way of making us look like we are less of a human being. I mean, it doesn't look good.
Okay, my if feeling me. Obviously, the Ghanaian striker joined Free State and they were relegated before he moved to Polo City. He also suffered a similar fate. He then moved to Black Leopards and they were also relegated.
You see, that is even makes it even more childish. The likes of Ramsdale, Money Adei, where are they coming from? I mean, they are coming from a relegated Sheffield, but you can see the performances is churning out.
I say no about Akufo. We are more three teams. No, but now Akufo are not relegated to
But it doesn't mean it's bad luck. I mean, Black Mekai was. You know, we had a goalkeeper too, Richard Kingston, also relegated 2 teams anyway. Yeah, Blackpool and some other team. I mean, but I don't think it's enough a reason. What if they still go on relegation?
I don't know if possible that.
I don't think it's possible, but let me check him. I so well that he also has that beautiful record going against him. But I mean, whichever way, I mean, it's also I don't subscribe to. They treated him that way. They could have told him to walk away. I mean, I don't think anybody would have been solely against it. But hey, this is the team. They've given their own personal reason why they are in that direction. So let's see how. Yeah, Wigan Athletic, Wigan and Blackpool. I mean, he has that enviable record. I mean, 2010, 2011. But hey, I mean, that's the beauty. So for me, Anas, it should take them in strides. Maybe come back to Ghana and play. I mean, at the end of the day, just like Alphonso Beymon say, 1 is a number, 2 is coincidence, 3 they are habit. If you continuously do something for the 3rd time, they'll be going to say, hey, Massa, it can't be a coincidence again. A lightning striking at the same point 3 times a day. The whole world is big. There are more than a lot of clubs. But I don't think that's enough a good reason. It can only happen on our continent. I mean, for them to ascribe. They could have even said based on performances, but hey, I'll leave it there because there's a lot to really look out for too. Because the games are many. I'll quickly go to Ghana. our Premier League. I think for me the surprise results had to be Ken Faisal walking all the way to the match to do a 3-1 over Diana. Exactly, a 3-sum. Yeah, over 3-1. I mean 3-on-1. Wow, that should be a 4-sum. But hey, I mean you can still call it a 3 in a sum. Yeah, so I think it's a lot of good news. I mean, this is a club last season, you know how they struggled to really be in there. So for them to really walk in there and pull the chestnuts out of the blazing fire there, it's good for their confidence. I'm hoping that they can continue in that state and really get a lot of points for themselves. In Kotoko, you see the Kotoko one, I was watching the game. I mean, no, it was commentary rather from Asempa because videos, you know, it's interesting. I'm going to put here some other video and they'll be giving another commentary. I'm sure for about 10 minutes, and I said, no, I did them foul. But later, I'm going to say maybe just because they wanted to visualize it, they had to put a video under and be doing the commentary. So the goals came in the 86th and the 98th minute. That's why the coach deserves a bit of plaudits because to play a game against Bechem first half and it's almost dying numbers when she go. The time I left off, around the 88th minute. Only to finish the game and check the results. I'm saying 2-0. Exactly.
We knew what we were doing.
Yes, and because that's Sane person league near competitive. That thin line between celebrating and being defeated, no, it makes football very, very beautiful to watch. That's what really works in there. So kudos to Kotoko for having that 2-0. At least it sets it up beautifully. I know says as for the Kotoko for him there, I need 3 them, but Kotoko there. I want they take off beautifully. Then we are assured of a competition. Eventually, the good thing is the Hearts and Sosu see game, but they are 4 points off. I've always maintained this cliche that you don't win the league after 2-3 games or in November, but you can lose the league after 2 games or in December. Why? Because it's a point build up very closer. You'll reach some of the missed opportunities. I went to me and your point of the team. I say like a typical Chelsea. I mean, if they lose the league to City by 2 points, they'll remember their games against Burnley. It's a game they should have won. You know, but football, you can't win all your games too. For me, kudos to Kotoko for getting that precious 3 points off Bechem United. After it's their home game, so we expect them to really get it. And for Hearts of Folk, on a normal day, I think they've rather done well because to go to Wafa, it's always a difficult. Post Wafa, it's always a difficult game. So for them to go there and score a first goal near there, I'm going to 1-1. I mean, it's good news for them as far as I'm concerned. Just that. For a team, the winner, there's a Brazilian easiness around the team. That's what, especially when they are still on the African continent, they expect to get some of these wins to give them a lot of hope going into Africa very well. But hey, they've not lost a game, but they are 4 points off their arch rival. So let's see how it goes. For the league table or the results now, I think there's a bit of competition, and I'm managing in this one. Because even Ashanti Go Karela, I mean, holding them to 1-1, Wow Stars beating Real Tamale United. I mean, this is a Northern derby that you expect some of these things to happen. Wow Stars, they've been there for a long time. They proved to them that penny the penny, so they needed some of these basic results. So for me, I think early days yet, but I see some beautiful things happening. I mean, there's Ashanti Caucus. I mean, if there's that in football, Ken Faisal 2 wins. Kotoko 2 wins in the Great Olympics. I mean, they're also not doing badly. They had a draw in there, but they had to win their first game. So it sets the table up beautifully. I mean, 6 points in there. I mean, Mediama. I mean, that's the surprise of the Pack 2. Not really.
Lagos City is now from All Stars.
I know. I saw All Stars over here.
Lagos City said it.
Lagos City. Okay.
Lagos City is there.
They are now called Lagos City. Yeah. They've really bought the team. I think that I mentioned they need to update their information. I mean, Scores Pro, they still call them Wow Stars.
Yes, Lagos City.
Now Lagos City, they've been brought to Accra. Yeah. I mean, so but I mean, some of us they are old school. The old name will still be there, but it sets our league beautifully. I'm particularly happy. There's a bit of competition around the teams. I mean, I'm wishing that we can maintain. One thing I'll say is that to my colleagues is that the online presence looks a bit low. Because at the point I was even checking results in Adei and easy to come back. So I'll implore most of the journalists in Ghana now they say they should put it on themselves. I mean, they've been quite up to minutes discussion on the match and also say commentary. Unya voice cry. I mean, they should put it on themselves to really local BBC. One share game been probably to me read very beautiful analysis. That's what I'll take from the game, that the players are doing their part, but the players the journalists should also set I have the field and also give us some of these things. But for the games proper there, I think there's a bit of quality that we can really be proud of ourselves as Ghanaians. I'll quickly jump to the EPL. I mean, since there's not much time, and I think I will start from the Arsenal game. I mean, the Arsenal-Watford game. Like I said initially, Claudio Ranieri has every cause to complain. I mean, about the build-up. But I'm still wondering why Aubameyang is still taking penalties. I think the penalty duty becomes a bit suspect. He's not really getting it in his favor this time around. But maybe you can't take that for Ben Foster. Ben Foster also did well. He had to really get that one on the second bounce. I mean, or Ponchi and Osanso or Chin beautifully. As much as we are there, Arsenal had a very good game. I mean, they played 99% of the game. Watford on overroad. I mean, we show it's more of a London derby. Watford is just next door London. London. They are more like neighbors of a sort. And Watford also coming back into the league. I was happy for them because Tumu said they still have a decent team to really compete in there. But they just met a team which is rejuvenated. You know what? Since the Arsenal losing in the first 3 games, and they've gone 10 games undefeated. There are some brilliant draws in there, but at least the team seems to have some easiness really bring around the team. And ESL, your player Emil Smith Rowe, he's gradually filling the boots of Ozil. But Neymar Dianusia beautiful and says adding goal scoring to it. I mean, the last 3 games he scored 3 goals in the last 3 games. So it tells you that now Worcester and goals in that they are perfect goals. I mean, those goals not to say he's gradually maturing. At 21, he can only get better. I'm hoping that Arsenal will get a bit of confidence around him. And Nate Miles had to deputize for Thomas Partey, who had a groin. And I don't think he was overawed. Maybe the opposition did not bring up that pressure on him. But he had a very good game. Arsenal intermittently played well. I think the whole team gradually, there are no bad spots in the team all of a sudden. Tierney is not back, but Tomiyasu Adei, they are playing the game of their life. They lack a bit of experience. I think Sebibo, Arsenal, they're lacking our experience. Lacazette also did not have a good game. I mean, few chances by and he blew them away. But for Aubameyang, another one in there, he needs to improve. The only another controversy came in there as the Bukayo Saka goal or Shen, but I think it was offside. Maybe you see, there's always that when it's a keeper and back, there was a player behind. But the truth is that the player is also considered one of a player at a point in time. The offside rule there. If there are not more than 2 players behind the baller, they're offside because the goalkeeper and another player. Before to be offside, to be onside, there should be 2 players in the opposing half and Sabona Abama. But the goalkeeper had come forward. So I think Bukayo Saka, there's a lot of discussion, but I think it was clearly an offside goal. That has not how to score, but eventually had to score 1 goal. The goal is still being contended. But from what I said today, I think that that's the game. It could have happened to Arsenal in any case. When you badly need a point, I've always said that even champions, sometimes you need to win dirty. If you always want to win clean in football games, especially in England, you will not win the league. There have been times that United are share Everton under controversial circumstances, and are even against Chelsea. The likes of Atkinson, when Adei the game, who teach across there. No, there's an agenda. So for me, Akomea, so I will sit here and be happy about it. But I think Arsenal needs to improve themselves and win some of these games in the spirit of the latter two. So kudos to them for having that good results. All of a sudden, 20 points. I mean, just 3 points off City, 6 points off the top in Liverpool. It tells you that in Chelsea, sorry. Yeah, all of a sudden, the way come away. I mean, it looks good for Arsenal. I mean, for a team which have lost their first 3 consecutive games to get this confidence and be brewing and be in the top 5, I think they deserve plaudits. And for Antonio Conte, I mean, against Benitez, all of a sudden, yeah, you are witnessing coaches of a sort. This is for me, level of the EPL. We've been expecting astute coaches who have achieved to some extent to be really pitching up against each other. I mean, the last time the Benitez signed him on board Europa Conference and getting the chance for his first real game, he had just about 5 days to prepare this team. So maybe you can cut him some slack against a Benitez side that was home for some time, getting his team on Richarlison money at the end. It was good for him to get a draw in there, but I mean, you know, especially Sane, and they brought you in to change the narrative. I mean, as much as possible. And I will take it away a bit from him, but he did not have time to prepare his team. But it should tell him that you are in for a crunch one going into this one. Kudos to both managers and both teams. I mean, selling themselves out there, not the best of games, but having a draw is a realistic result for the two of them.
Coach Antonio Conte, well, I see as much on my board draw, I say a Spurs player show me heart.
Exactly, and then that's all he can take from him. I'm just saying he's yet to get his own team and get his own tactics on. For now, he might just be fine tuning. I mean, it's a rough patch. A team, a Senke, not for you to come and take over there. It's always a difficult one. And only enough time. I think the good thing for him is that we are going to have a very good break and come back around 20th one on the Besambo League. Maybe that time, you know, Omombe he can do some very good job on them. At least there's a break for you to take a respite. Next match is against Liverpool, next match Chelsea, next match City, then you'll be under a lot of stern pressure. But for now, you have time, fine-tune the rough edges and really get. Although Spurs is a team and most of the boys will be going on the international break, I'm sure. But at least you still have a call to really be practicing with to get the results. So kudos to him. My next one will be the West Ham Liverpool. For me, the surprise result in there too for me. That I as much as West Ham are on fire, I mean, going into this game, they're still lurking around the top 4. I don't know what that Sisto said. You know, there's always that belief that Liverpool, they had not lost a game this season, both in Europe and at home. So there's always that game was going to be played in the spirit of the latter. Personally, I'll side with you that we are happy for Moyes. I mean, we saw the magic he did with Everton. He had a brush with Manchester United. He was not given time. People feel he signed a 6-year contract, but they were too early to kick him out because they wanted. But he's now taking, and this was a West Ham team that were nearly relegated last season. Then he's been able to really bring them back to this level that they are in the top 4, fighting with the giants and taking points off a team like Liverpool. It's always been mentioned, and I'm happy for Kezuma too. I mean, getting that a beautiful winner for them. It sets West Ham. In principle, the Anchor will be happy for West Ham, but like I say, what makes football beautiful is if you've achieved before, you have a way of getting it again. West Ham has not really, almost just like a typical Leicester. Save what they did around 2016. We've not seen a bit of magic again around them. So for West Ham, they are doing well, but it be like Opo generally says, so Arsenal will chance to be over top 4. The West Ham looks like the likely opponent to hold, but you can't take it away from them. Antonio, Mikel, they are really in the game of their lives and really, really playing well for the coach. So kudos to Moyes. I mean, these are tactical games you need to win. So I'm happy for him. So Liverpool, I mean, they've not been overawed. There's still a lot to play for. 3-2 there. You see, maybe there's a bit of trajectory echo just before they are 2-0 against Atletico Madrid. Then more a bit of hope is away because even in their previous game they drew. They had to draw against Crystal Palace also. I mean 2-2. To be 2 goals up. I mean they team them but they were 2 goals up and they had to draw 2-2 before they had to go and do that magic against Atletico Madrid. Then you get West Ham too. That means there's a bit of turbulence. Maybe early days yet. Football is about that, but they need to work on something extraordinary. And so the noise around them will start going down.
The 2-2 was Brighton.
Brighton, yeah. So and they had to be 2 goals up for Brighton to come back strongly to give them a 2-2. Then the 2-0. So it has been a roller coaster for them. It hasn't 2-2. 2-0. Then you lose this one too. I mean, under some of these circumstances, and I think Apo said enough about Jurgen Klopp. I mean, he's talking too much. I mean, as much as I want to agree that I like him for that, I think that's why I said that in this my game for like 12 years of doing this job, some coaches are like that, and it puts pressure even on the players that he doesn't want to lose. Although, if you believe in, there are people who think that the world should be a fair place. The world has never been fair. Mom didn't say the world is fair. No, mugu pantani ankafo. Because if you do shame ko do be be na nipa kre your mama no my kumati. Because they should have known that in a fair world. The coaches always have a way of making it work this way, and typically that's what is happening to him. The Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to lose. Even if he is losing, he wants to be better. He's a sour loser. You can't take it away from him. And this is a typical gamer. What should go now? Alisson, he should blame Alisson for this and his defenders for allowing Obona to go and stand in front of the goalkeeper and give him that beautiful challenge, which is allowed in football. But Jurgen Klopp needs to cut some slack with some of these things. Let me run quickly because time no call. The next one will be the United losing 2-0 away. City. I mean, it's more like a local derby, which is played with everything. There's always been that talk about the past 10 years going into this game. City, we are in the 10th year that they take over, and domestically, has City been able to turn the city of Manchester red? That's blue. Sorry, the sky blue. And I think some of these games will define it as much as possible, because the last 10 years that's where we can go, because United last won the Champions League 2008, so 10 years means that we're talking about 2011. So 2011 till now, City has taken over the city of Manchester. I mean, it's interesting, city, but at least double city. When you say you're very you're free, you're free. Or Ghana, you're boy, when I say move free, I say you're free. Because say, I would tell me so you're free. Yeah, so city in the city, so you can. Yeah, exactly. So City has taken over the city of Manchester. I think that the last 10 years, and it's proved on the day. You see, I was listening to commentary, and the commentator at a point in time said that United are working against considering a third goal and scoring. You get me? And that was a pathetic moment. Say, you better show me third goal there. I'm going to share there and come prevent the third goal.
You're thinking about Liverpool, the enemy.
Exactly. That we should reduce the deficit. I mean, I think people till now feel that they even did well. United did well by just containing them 2-0. Nehemiah said they are not even scoring 2 against the 2 arch rivals. You've taken 7 goals and you couldn't even put 1 behind them. I mean, that is how bad they've sunk. How they are stooping. They are stooping has become so low that I'm not sure they can even stand up again without support.
If you could see that the men when they are playing the back 5.
Exactly. He played 5 defenders.
The defenders required. They were not confident enough even to contain a phone, Manchester City phone.
Exactly. He played 5 defenders, and so you ask yourself that which way. Then he came back to 3 near there, and you're trying to vary tactics near there. But it's a day City unplayable. Cancelo. I mean, let me speak a bit of English. English we say Cancelo. Cancelo is for the Italian. Cancelo. He had a very good game.
That guy has been phenomenal. This particular
exactly.
Champions League 3 assists.
Where I agree that
come to Premier League to another assist.
Exactly, a game of defenders now. The defenders are upping the stakes. One shot being assist. And I think the gear stood between them and taking a lot of goals. I mean, there were double saves and all those things in there. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, he proved once again for me one of the greatest midfielders to play in the EPL. On a good day, he's unplayable. You can't get him. I could not take anything away from this United team. Maybe just one chance that Ronaldo had on target. 1-2 chances. They could even create chances. The cameraman on the day's job was made easy. He could put the camera in the United area and go to sleep, and nobody will be complaining, because that is how bad the game was for greater part of the game. 67-33 in terms of possession, but according to BBC near the end, then it tells you that it was a day United failed to do anything positive on the day. I don't know why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still there. Maybe he goes to Europe, he gets them one good one, but this is 2 steps back. On a day against a City, that City could decide to do everything. It became more of a training match. They had to take their foot off the pedal, but everybody in the City team played well. I think that's what they are carrying into this one. Obia Ebo beyond himself, and kudos to them. And I think Eric Bailey, maybe this reason some people are getting fed up and annoyed with him, because we share the way he turned the ball into his own net in Adena. I mean, you sometimes wonder, what is he thinking? You need to get up. Exactly. Because I mean, sometimes you see, but that's the beauty of football. Yeah, I mean, the rest of Phil Jones is still being paid at United. Can you imagine? Miracles will happen. I mean, if he has a God, I want to worship that God, because I'm sometimes flabbergasted at some of these situations. But hey, this is the beauty of football. United are going down again, 2 emphatic goals there. I mean, it doesn't look too good, and it's not for me. On the other side, it's no news, because United normally are there. I mean, they are not a force to reckon with. They are nothing to write home about. So something different. A very good morning to my manager. For some time, I think they've been Omasa. Nothing to write home about. I mean, to talk about my manager. In Eric Okwachi, I say my friend Okwa, yes, United, I'm a friend Okwa, or be me back. I shouldn't on the said circumstance, my main friend. It tells you the United faithfuls are not happy. I mean, I could see my Babuni Adei. These are times to motivational messages na ye jumapa, because I answer you will lose a lot of them. But I mean, that's on the lighter side. But for United, at least it's the better. I mean, playing, and it was a home game for them. You see, that time Nene can find maybe we can say Derby there, but still it had to be your favorite home Trafford, which should be your fortress. And being given, what kind they will be like, oh, yeah, just 6-1 crowd, yeah, just say crowd until we the Kenyan news. But hey, football is evolving, and City now decides what to do. They take the pace, and it doesn't look good. And for Brentford, they need to be careful. All of a sudden, you are still now in a community stadium, being beaten by the likes of Norwich at the end of the day. It's not too good for their confidence. I mean, they need to really back up. And yes, sir, I want to see a bit who can so share a Rusa Najo into phobia and pubium. I think I will not take her from Norwich. It doesn't look they're getting the results against. You see, these are teams some more boy in the championship now. Maybe that's what they carried into this game, and they brought up they relived that moment in the championship to really give us that beautiful game and Norwich in their results. For Chelsea, I listened to their coach. He says that Burnley had to take a point purely based on luck. I mean, he feels a lack, which I will agree, because at the point in time, Krano, Boba. Chelsea had a very good game, but just that the goals were not flowing in their favor. But this is Burnley. I'm wondering how to play some of these games. I mean, Sean Dyche, when he decides to really hold his own, he will give you a difficult game. You need to be out and about to really get results against him. Which the results in Kwena, Chelsea looks like they've been a winner of a sort in there, because Safe City are take a jump stride in there. No? But the previous week did not go well into the coup. They had to make amends. Chelsea they didn't lose. That's the most important thing. But sitting at home there, sure, ball near there. They know that 2 points lost. They should have really taken point. In 99 out of 100 games, Chelsea would have won this game hands down. The way Tuchel has taken over the team in terms of player quality near there. But hey, football has some of these ones really going. Calvert gets a goal, and Vidra gets and Nema Tuchel. Say you come back in the second half. You are supposed to hold your own. But you allow your opponents to really devise a strategy and get it. That's why they will tell you that maybe 1-0 is never safe, because just one miss of a chance and you just find yourself wanting again. So kudos to Burnley. I think that they've pulled a nut out of a fire. Nut out of fire. I say pro. I got to say Jahonum. That's why 40 years not back with him, because it's not easy to win points off Chelsea, let alone their favorite Stamford Bridge. So I think they deserve a mention. My final game will be the Brighton against Newcastle game. I think that for anything, why are the good? It's good that they brought in Eddie Howe. I mean, breaking news just some 10-15 minutes ago. It's Eddie Howe has been confirmed, although he's been out of job. I mean, the last time was Bournemouth got relegation. Since 2020, he's not had a job, but his quality has never been in doubt. And now, see Bruce handling Newcastle. I mean, by divine, they've not won a game this season. We are just going about 12 games. It tells you that they're 19th on the league log. It doesn't look good for them. So maybe reason why they need a bit of change. Maybe against Brighton, it also needs to be careful. But for City, for Newcastle, it's good that they've had a new coach. They need a new direction. I was thinking that maybe Unai Emery decided not to go, so they made it a bit easy. I must say, at the household them a philosophy and a plan going forward that they think that it will help them. It tells you that maybe tactically they are not looking at winning trophies. The Biagin said, we wanted them to really be the third force. I mean, after City, Chelsea, and new phase that you need a lot of money to make leagues work. But what's your money? They want to be tactical, maybe a 5-year development plan to really be in there to decide to take a coach who is out of job, but who to get him to relegation. But let's see how it goes. I'm hoping that they turn the tide so that they start getting some decent results in there. Final two will be on Barcelona. What is happening to them? I think that is not going well. To score 2 goals and still go down, it tells you that maybe for a second a bit of inexperience around the team. So maybe that's what I'll give to them. But it doesn't look too good for their confidence. And the Derby de la Madonina also did not disappoint. I mean, 1-1 Inter Milan getting an early goal. AC Milan coming in strongly. It stands to bear that my analysis will say a very difficult game. I mean, but for them to play at Giuseppe Meazza San Siro and sell us to us one of the finest games. I've had a chance to watch a glimpse of the first 45 minutes. It tells you that they sold to us what Italian football is about, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So decent results, 1-1 in their favor.
Okay, thank you so much, Manucho Magandi.
Yeah, I think it was an eventful weekend. Ghana Premier League all the way to Europe. Kumasi Asante Kotoko did a great job by beating Bichem 2-0. I think Kotoko going to Dubai, a lot were said. Usually they go spend money, come back, and then the results doesn't flow. But from the look of things, so far from the 2 games they've played, if that is anything to use as inference, then one can deduce that Kodoka is ready to bounce back and bounce back better. Now, when Mamia Ba started sending messages, so that is what they did last season and all that. I mean, and on Chelsea, Afibia most will be to me a fight back from a tour. And Kahas Beji League if you Afibia. What I say, you have to start well. The fact that you got a lack and you were able to fight back and win the trophy last season doesn't mean same will be applied this year. So I think that. And I'm happy, especially with the coach. We keep talking about foreign coaches. That doesn't really work out for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Anytime I'm talking about Abriche coach, they come and do branding, they wear suits and do all sort of things. But then laurels in terms of winning trophies, to me trophy. So I think it was a step in the right direction for them to kick the foreigner out and get a local coach who understands the local game, the local terrain, who understands the players and can also do the jobs like a job just like Nat Brunini. And I'm particularly impressed with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And with Heart of Folk, I think that Samuel Bodu, I don't really know since the demolition of Elwag demolition, they seem to be falling apart. Things are not working out as it should. Drawing your first game as defending champions, one would have thought, Sebia, they were going to make up for the second game, but 2 draws in a row. I think a big blow to the Phobian fraternity in terms on defending the title they won, because Osha this year league now, the way I'm seeing things are going to be different from last year. There are more teams, more competitive.
What them psychologically affect your performance?
I mean, that is something. It's a no-brainer. I mean, sure 6-1. Obviously, you need a good coach and a good technical team full of psychologists to bring the boys back up to where they left off, because sometimes some of this blip can happen. But unsa lose heavily like that, not one taking care, not a loss of confidence, any well-being, and what is happening now. But I think that they might bounce back, because I listened to his post-match interview where he was saying he's under pressure and he's certainly and definitely going to bounce back. But I think Zephobia, they need to up their game. Ghana League ni, look at how the league became so interesting at the latter stages last season, because Kotoko and Haas were chasing, so it becomes a very competitive league anytime we have Kotoko and Haas fighting for the gun. I believe that Haas should up their game this time around. Kotoko is serious and they mean business, so Haas, one away game, one home game, and it was the first time Kotoko were playing at their favorite Baba Yara Sports Stadium in a long time. And when we got to the 80th minute and there was no goal, I think the Phobians were the likes of Mamia Bare Kwacho, Hineko Shoes, and the other people. They might be thinking, say no, on the drop points will feel, but near the titom. We had to wait to the last minute to score. I think so on the other side, no Phobia should up their game. Nagana League in there. I always say, in as much as I like Kotoko and Mayor Kotoko Nino, me pe Kotoko no. I mean, I like Ghana's game better at large. Huh?
Kotoko
Oh, of course. I'm say to say the Manucho phobia. I'm a fabulous.
Me a phobia and that can never be a phobia.
I don't know why can't you be a phobia? I know to phobia.
I'm yet to know. Time I'm sure football.
Massa. Yeah, we has in 1911. So me titini now.
Results na making bia. I mean, what are you talking? And I had to from 2000 they had their win. I was
no. Has no until Pacha say do 2000.
Before 2000, tell me the exploits in Africa.
And yeah,
after making Africa, sometimes I want to argue. Would be some of me titini because time I share football. No, hearts were not so in Africa.
Hearts were not in Africa.
Me asthma. Me Azaka in my
why will I?
Asthma Wise. Wise is 74.
Yeah. What they jamming them into it because so we can argue on this line. Asthma also so usi otete hoya.
Asthma Wise.
Otete hoya in Africa.
I don't know why you are putting it on me.
No. Asthma now also yet. No,
you get people support.
You get me fantastic. You get
you see. You get what for that?
What's all? Now that's a
trophy. What for by Yabe? Go and check. What for by Yabe?
70s. Now
what for by Yabe?
70s. Now has a trophy. Point is not hard to on the continent. Hard to there. I don't know why you are putting hearts on me. I don't even get it. What is your point?
Also has.
I don't have problem being hearts.
No. Also you can never be hearts.
No, but why do you push it for people like you say?
No. Oh yeah, Hasni. Also, you Hasni. Fantastic. Why you are no way? You talk about and can say oh yeah, Titihoni.
Me Titihoni.
I don't understand. 2000. When I am the
now what time we my question about
what for no money has a vegetable asthma.
Yeah,
trophy as a
international trophy in China.
Oh yes.
That is where the contradiction comes.
Team on future started 2000. Why do you push it to me? No, on record. May have stop promoting myself. Give me the mic and transfer.
Why will you ask me Matthias? But me fatty some mum.
Me titini. Me trophy na hat and trophy on the continent.
Na azaka sa jeli.
League ya jeli.
No, what league Jahas?
I'm not talking about league. I'm telling you that
South Africa.
African continent. Heart Future started in 2000, and it's very early for me. Not remember I'm starting to follow
Hazak. Me patch me a question. Wow, T1 now you who
say what team supporting
Africa. Africa. Now your body Club Winners' Cup. And a CAF club competition. That was what for West Africa. It's not a continental trophy. It's outside the shores of Africa. Talking about.
It's not outside the shores of Africa.
Continental trophy.
So what's your point?
That's boy. When you has near Metiasi, but remember you see.
To make that.
No, Master Jai. When you has fine.
Me what team supporting by Gyampo? What teams only Ramamu
Gyampo Tanawa has. Gyampo Kotoko Tanawa has. So it's okay. Back to my discussions. I think phobia so that the league will be competitive. Okay. Said the better league number because when us and Kotoko are chasing for the gun, now my league night. 6 points they are on 2. Among Mwabo Monioman 2 on 2. Maybe they'll go 3 on 3 and they will go 3 on 9 until But I think back to what happened the last time. Now I'm not happy with Ghana Football Association still not resolving Sa bribery scandal in our league now starts, and I'm particularly not happy. And we still haven't heard anything from protest in Krata the Koma Dwarfs. Dwarfs the Koma FA. I think the Ghana Football Association, they are doing a disservice to Ghana football. They should work on that because Sadia na everywhere in league you could do as you Sa na besamba. Sadia we are twasso in the Ghana game for such a long time and they are still not resolving it. And I'm particularly not happy. I think saying na me feel Sibia Dwarfs cry. I remind you almost said they want a copy of the report and yeah, you know, and come hold on the league. Normal resolve side in April, but I seem not to care. I think a very, very unfortunate. They have to do something about it and make sure moving forward, you know. I mean, because time the call, just because and their time the call say I'll cut 4 minutes per now by 11. Yeah. So my main share man on Insam Kakrebi quickly. So I can we can continue. I think Eddie Howe being appointed as Newcastle United manager. It's good, but at the same time risky. Ocean Newcastle United, baby, Omoda is a very deadly bottom club. Omo they can go to relegation. They are only counting on January to make some signings. Omo buy, you know, some of the 5-year development plan. They don't want to win immediately, but they want to win in 5 years. Come to be the kings of the English game. But my problem is Sisi at the how no amokwakofano onye somebody who can win right now. Even though according to their plan but the point is baby omodano they need a savior. They need a coach who can help save the team out of relegation. Team omukita players omukita Sisi ano enye players they winning. And no man careful so they'll go on relegation because enye players are the save team. Newcastle United are they are on the hinge. We share for the past 3-4 seasons. Even Rafa Benitez time now, they almost went to relegation and then he fought and saved them. And the previous season he was okay. Steve Bruce last season he was saved. And now Timmy Fighty he don't be this 17th or saying. And now this year almost cut down the drain. Until now me expect to say befa a coach like Paulo Fonseca. So coach be our pedigree. Obetumi save you because to get to your long-term goal, you need to have a short and a medium term. One yes, if Newcastle are relegated, Mobuta is 5 years. Mobe kings and queens in the English game, no. Because you have to go to championship and fight your way back. Indeed, Eddie Howe is a fantastic coach. Or boss our style of football now. Your friend is a Brighton coach, you know. Ebobi, you know, and the Pep Guardiola style. Graham Potter Mobubi no enti Sane or maybe a person to the face of Omo game no, which is okay, but my point is can they survive relegation? Is Eddie Howe the player the coach who can save them from relegation? We need to see. But on the other side, no, I think Eddie Howe it's one of the young and upcoming coaches or brilliant future because we share ball and until the sudden demotion of Bournemouth no mubona no but one of the finest games a year there. But me worry kakra say omo anhwe ya with the current crop of players they have, and we even Dembele kramo Dembele I learned is also injured again until January signings na be tough to get players who can help save the club. And I thought they needed a coach who is a winner, who can bring his influence on the team, because answer Osha Eddie Howe players to say Fraser Campbell no not Fraser Campbell, he's also Fraser, but on your money about 3 players on no year Juma Mad Richie Money Adei RD team relegation or Newcastle, so he's coming to meet them. So maybe that could have gone into why they appointed him. But my point is that Eddie Howe appointment could be positive or negative. Mimi fear, yes sir, I'm sure they might not be able to save themselves in the relegation battle, but let's wait and see. Frank Lampard being linked to Daniel Fark Juma or Norwich. I think that would be a good appointment for Frank Lampard. That is where he needed to have started, from the lower clubs. Build your pedigree and build yourself up and come. Ocean Norwich philosophy, normal style of play. Now I think that maybe it's the reason they want Frank Lampard, because some more attacking football. They don't care whichever team they are playing, and maybe Lampard going there, who is known to have charisma of developing and getting best out of young players now. Maybe it will work out for Norwich City, because Norwich City, I like almost style of football, just that the results hasn't been coming. When Tisomunya Lampard, I think Lampard can do a good job, because the pressure will be less, and that English factor from referees, favorability, you can take it out, will also be there to help maybe Norwich save their ass from relegation. It's going to be a tough one, but I think Chabi finally back to Barcelona. Now, Mamia bad the message be by Facebook. I know say he doesn't think that Chabi will be able to solve the Barcelona problem. Yeah, pointing on the first thing he said we need therapy for the place Nina. They need a therapy. We need therapy for the entire team. So that is what he's going to do, to recycle them and let them know, say, you are playing for Barca and this is what you need to do. So let's wait and see. Chabi ne pedigree or call Al-Sad near Niama, why any trophies are what you Barcelona badly wanted him, but we all know that Barcelona, so that's how they appoint coaches. They always go after their legends. Until any after Chabi Krana in Iniesta, so any Messi, so I retire now. Because Messi, remember, granted an interview where he said he would want to come back to Barcelona at a certain point, not as a player but in any role. Until Messi has that free will to come back to Barcelona. Until young hope we said things will work out and Barcelona can turn their I don't know, say their fortunes. Their way and are very bad, leading 3-0 with about few minutes to go. It was very sad. And then it's same happened to Atletico Madrid against Valencia. Almost drop points very badly. Now they are giving Real Madrid the right to the title, because Madrid contest Rosa, no Barcelona challenging them, Atletico also fumbling now. I think Atletico all of a sudden they start on another throw, but they keep coming down. I don't know. Diego Simeone, Manucho's favorite coach, it's losing it. I think that he has to work things out, because back-to-back defeat against Liverpool, and now it's transcending into the domestic league too. So which I think that he has to work things out and make things work again for Atletico Madrid. And Dean Smith, I think you forgot to mention, Aston Villa kicked Dean Smith out over the weekend, which is a very sad news. Me feel said Dean Smith a Juma or anyway Yama Aston Villa. I mean, and I'm happy all over the world. The pundits are all disappointed that Aston Villa didn't have the faith in him. Team Timinya Blep, Osha Juma Papa we from time Omudimano, and a lot of people are also saying that why did John Terry leave the scene? Because Terry free on us defense I say. They are conceding more goals. Crowd lead 2-0, time lose 3-2. So they are conceding more goals. So I think I don't know why John Terry left the scene, because only appointment to be as of yet. There be a Juma Wani Rooney, but he hasn't gotten any appointment. So I think Dean Smith should have considered convincing John Terry not to depart but to stay, because only appointment be there, because John Terry's expertise and experience and Tyron Mings money are there now. More solidify no more solidify any target more no more bobo. But I think very unfortunate. I don't know which coach Aston Villa can get to solidify and to continue with their style. Omo football yemi fepao and now okay Jose Mourinho buy oba a friend say Tottenham in an interview I see 3 teams no show and I mention Aston Villa as one of them. I love watching Aston Villa because of Dean Smith's style of play. more attacking, aggressiveness, and they go all attacking, all defending. But good luck to him and good luck to Aston Villa, with whoever manager they decide to appoint to take the helms of affairs, because it's not going to be easy. The other side too is somebody will say, oh, they lost 5 matches in a row, so why keep him? That's also an argument somebody can bring up, but I think it's very, very sad. Quickly, let me look at 3 matches. Chelsea Burnley. I feel said Chelsea a ball. Until I say so, yeah, I'll manage you time near now. Yeah, no, I watch him. Sane, no, 3
minutes for running up.
Chelsea Burnley, I think said Chelsea should have won the game hands down. Chelsea wasted too many chances. The worst culprit, I think, was Ross Barkley. He had a fantastic game. The coach was showering praises on him, but I think it's a chance of saying no. And not only him, a lot Kai Havertz. Yes, say chances do. We created, and I think the coach also had to take a blame in why we couldn't win the game, because in as much as Ross Barkley, now or say chance no, no uniform. But I think Barkley was the one driving our game. Or you Ross Barkley free no. Chelsea dominated without creating any goal, and I think the substitution of N'Golo Kante and keeping Jorginho papa without any creativity was also another factor into me and my answer. Time our yes our changes now. Euros Barkley from what they Robin Loftus-Cheek by no. Your chances now creating now, because now Barkley for born drive. He was doing the Kovacic's work. I think said that cost us. Manchester City proved again why they are in the hunt to defend the title they won last season. You know, Omoma Manchester United, look so ordinary. And I think Pep Guardiola got the best out of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Only 4 games in Premier League on share no. And Pep Guardiola on to me in Shawa. So game no jinan aggressiveness. Any aggression no show chair in the plane and yabre on to me in Shawa. No baba a different, because on Pep so be dominating nature. That is Pep for you. Into who say players no were determined right from the blast of the referees, was Michael Oliver. Now omu pushing Manchester United to their own backyard. But I was disappointed with the tactics of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he decided to be Chelsea, defend and counter attack. So Manchester United last 4 games against Pep Guardiola, the audition on Tenasin defended. So only Pep Guardiola ball. And if I'm a coach, I will never defend against Pep Guardiola, because I will defend against Chelsea team now, but I will never defend against Pep Guardiola. With the reason being said, Chelsea any slippery players. So who bought attacking football now or slippery players? Not team be ball low blocker. You can penetrate because you have players who can dribble. But to say Chelsea, you need players who can dribble. Until a big ball low blocker, I had Dima say sometimes. But Pep can score because the players need now silky. Until so only Pep Guardiola the best chance to beat Pep is to open up. Play him, because we here Chelsea new man. At the time you share 1 day we are 2K year na you so be Pep no more air fan ball. I feel ball no more boom they were ballooning the balls. Until me share game no more starting first 2 minutes, I'm afraid. Kwame Kese, and then I called Nana Adansibo, and then I'm saying no approach my coach and have mobile lose game. Because I felt it's Manchester United. Even time Pep Guardiola shared the 2-0 at here 2 years ago. Paul Pogba bought 2 goals and Sana Smalling winner. They were down 2-0, but they still didn't defend. They attacked, and eventually it paid off. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is losing it. He's losing it, and it's unfortunate that Manchester United had to suffer this way in the absence of, Alex Ferguson. You were talking about the players. He's losing the dressing room. Kind of articles. Cristiano Ronaldo say 12 years new free Manchester United or Bayern. Well, who said team levels no? Or you're shocked at the levels at team no are drop. Or see Manchester levels not drop. Wow player. Bruno Fernandes is also complaining. Say he's not improving. He's not learning anything new from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's not improving the team until now. Obiabe who said it's not Paul Pogba. That's why I was the other time. Now many Manucho argument say Pogba at France who something different than Pogba at Manchester United. And now the big name players are coming out to tell the whole world. They say the coach has, nothing more to offer. Wabon. Yeah, so I think they have to get him off the table. Get him off the table to be able to have any chance of winning any silverware. Because the moment Bruno, Ronaldo are talking, and himself, Pogba, they were falling out with him. Not just one share. He's going to lose the dressing room because last week, like I said, Bruno, Cristiano Ronaldo, they keep the dressing room together for him. It is very tricky one for Ole, and I think Manchester United are making mistake by allowing Conte to go to Tottenham because Conte would have fixed that problem. Once the United were better players than Tottenham, Conte be suited to course right now than Senko. But right now, no, you are crying over spells. Quickly on West Ham Liverpool. I think the West Ham United is show top 4 credentials this season. I'm only hoping that they will not drop out last minute like they did last year. On the last year, they did this. It will maybe not Chelsea near Omokwako London Stadium. No more saying, no more a battle for him. What I say? And I question mu 1-0. Yeah, I'm drop here. It happened to Leicester 2 seasons in a row. Last year, West Ham. I'm only hoping and praying that this time they can keep the pace. And David Moyes in an interview say Manchester United for our money coin, or more money enough time. And I think that Papa prove say if Manchester United had given him enough time, maybe he would have been able to do something different for them. So Europa League no. Now no yawa they are not crown omu concede omu first 2 goals so. No biam for ball nye den. And to omu first 3 games. It was solidified defense. He needed something in Kedzuma to complete his defense. So Sir Johnson on the right hand side, Aaron Cresswell, and Ogbona and Kedzuma. Very strong back four. What and then
England for Cresswell no Aaron Cresswell Luke Shaw and I'm with defender Benchua. They are very good.
Yeah,
very good.
Until I think David Moyes I had. I say a bonus because Liverpool. Remember Liverpool and yet Europe and Premier League in they are unbeaten the whole season. They are unbeaten.
No.
See, they're unbeaten. They've played City, they've played Chelsea, they've played United.
Oh yeah,
they've played all these big teams. So be to me and share Liverpool. Until for West Ham United to have done that, I say who say he's done something that even City, Chelsea, and the Man United couldn't do. Just say about David Moyes about. So I think something is breeding at London Stadium, and it's and Rana Mehem I Wadam for Bano host to NBC for sports no. Rebecca Lou. Now Kase Omuchicha picture of how West Ham fans are enjoying. Say this thing has eluded them. Only God knows how many years. To be into a castle Omuchicha picture tour. Once the West Ham fans take a picture of the league table and keep it for your record. So some days to come you can use that for argument. Say yes, you better also train because Omume that Teddy that. Yes. You're more Premier League moment that Teddy that. Until David Moyes is doing something wonderful, and not to talk about say only Liverpool na pre 3rd and 4th. So shall Liverpool zunim. No, I say to me, I shall Liverpool. I think that more kudos to David Moyes. He's doing a wonderful job. Jurgen Klopp should learn to accept defeat. Okay. On some Manchester United penalties, on a cancer and I go and calculate number of penalties last season. And I feel na Manchester in your penalty, only gonna so attribute to say the comment to make it into a referees no cry more penalties. He complains when he loses. Say a German no the shadia because okay. Liverpool that also an red card at the man match a red card na make say it was a bad red card and the one can once more. Even in the same game there were incidents BCC West Ham United and Rano. I know that he never saw it. He only sees time OBJ red card and then OBJ red card. Yeah, OBJ red card against Liverpool and then I say I know the own share. Liverpool player Ben man red card last game now man no. Sa tackle maybe.
Yeah. Diego Jota.
Yeah. I see I know they were I think say on try to be fair to the game. Oh yeah, Liverpool manager. Until I'm for Thomas Tuchel asem no. Or fair. Just be fair and stop wearing Liverpool lenses. And he should be a good loser. If you win and you are happy, if you lose, give the opposing team credit and stop criticizing referees every day.
Okay, thank you so much. Opo Nashana Otie Nikano. Nasia Sankoma Asamas Olu Barber Shop and Ash Farmer. as pharmacy.
And you read a couple of messages.
Okay.
Mamiaba say Ansu fell out with injury for 3-4 weeks. Gradually, injuries are going to mar Ansu's beautiful career. Dembele, same. Yeah, Barcelona and Nkoye. Bottling 3-goal lead. Wow, Barcelona and Anoka. Lost in Junior say Agent Zuma has done the job by dropping Liverpool points. Into Chelsea, Zuma say Uncle Ham and the agent or Yena Juma. And only lost in Junior will Chelsea and Nipan or so. Eric Quacho and he say, be moderate with us, Manucho. Manucho was condemning Manchester to the grave. Eric is on your moderate Kakraden. The most useless captain in the Premiership now is on the United team. So useless captain. He's talking to Manucho's best defender, Maguire. He was awful. I don't even know why Ole played.
Yeah.
Lawson Jr. says, I don't even know why Ole played 3-5-2. He should have played 4-2-3-1 so that he can get more attacking players to support Ronaldo. That's why we always say Ole is clueless. He has no formation or tactics. Lawson says again, but Manchester United is not going to make it to the round of 16 in the Champions League. They are going to play in the Europa. Kokushus is watching us. Shuya Chow. Kachan has a draw. Kachan.
What's that? The back five from crying out, boy, and crying, or born flat too.
Why do you play tactics that when you used to?
Yeah.
Ubo four at the back now. They shine the beer. And now, so Ubo 3 at the back. So make sure say wing backs no be kipu. Cancelo, ne Kawaka, Adei. Because Greenwood is useless. Oh, when Greenwood and Tanameka said, so boss idea is somebody like Anthony Martial or Rashford, so that they can hold on to the ball and no more push you. Greenwood in your beer, or yes, sir. Yeah, sir player no, yeah, football 1-on-1. He said, yeah, if you are better boss, he got everything wrong. Only got everything wrong. I think that. Lawson Jr. says, I don't even know why Ole played 3-5-2. He should have played 4-2-3-1 so that he can get more attacking players to support Ronaldo. That's why we always say Ole is clueless. Lawson says, but Man United, and then Mamiaba says, by Magandi Manucho, do you know Hearts was formed from Hearts? Hearts was formed from Hearts.
Asma was formed from Hearts of I mean,
Anochi Chrome Kokushu say, could you leave the champion club in peace?
No, but you see, their history started in 2000. Arsenal has no history. I say Arsenal than yesterday. Yeah, but Europe or Africa is the. No, but I think it should be news to them that in 2000 their history started.
And where is 11 Wise now? Oh, Manucho, Mafaria Maupa. Hazakis is 90 years, and where are they now? Ohima Heti, thanks for joining us. Manucho Magandi. Omanu so replied. It's about time I started watching football. Yeah, Hearts was just local champions. Okay,
it's about the time I started watching football. I mean,
do you know Hazakas was formed from Hearts?
Yes.
Hearts. You are indirectly a Phobian fan. Why? Enzo joining. Also, good morning to you. Okay. These are some of the few ones. But
we appreciate them. We appreciate them. I mean, they are family, you know.
For everybody say upon a shana motor in Castle de Adei and share a crossover there and there fire and more fire. Let me be to me Ako and kind. What's it? It's Yabako and check Yabako so.
Asam Paetia Obayan Saposo Mundia one can asam. They mouth to some cacre was supreme. Yo, coffee, oh my woman.
What's out here, Unity Radio 103.9. Yeah, can't hear for say a free and there coin. I go copy somewhere in March or April. They say, what's the time is the sign? Kwesi Pratt to the piano. No pardon on crop pepe. What catch you? Lesser. Premier Unity Radio WORCESTER. Let me be to me Akoso. So you know the born to say yeah man who insensem any ebe dwendwene let me be to me Akoso. Political segment no and ebe do so. Na say na mekwa bejafo no memfa insensem ba ko bi Akufo-Addo to aka say the opese what petrol so and na Akomea say there be sasem we do kan na political campaign talk and we be hwe mu ne ka won sem eye Professor Adei okay Professor Adei was it kind of for ehia nipa 50 omajunu mu eda ho kan na nyasa nipa 50 na oma no ebetumi tumpon UN bi ekoso na enkra wa kopio mi say omo si Ghana ban nkrofo do omo ko no omo do osunodo afi yehwe Ghana road accident aba Ghana no yebeba na yebeba na behwe road accident esi e Ghana no so yeba aba behwe na bibia atumi akoso yem Professor Gyampo onu so de nsema aba betuzu ya say Ghana fo mo hwe na petrol na de bia mututu mo no mo hwe na mo fa numa antuyem afi Kwesi Pratt so atu bia mane government ni say mo so coronavirus na aba na ama o man no antumi etupon o si coronavirus nye hwe madwuma na mutumi enye mutumi nya monka na bibia atumi koso ye driver bi esusu de ne nsem bia betuja say kokonte kura virus no mutumi todi no say manu ma eden ama kokonte kura no o mutumi entobi afei papa na police for tata no so mo akọ chache no kra akọ piem say Sosu we free mo we pie Ghana akọ manone on parliament duties na huna ba bedi mu nkomo na bibia atumi akoso wanu abuja for mepese ye di Professor Gyampo seminar or the betu dwa no say we Ghanaians ati ya start drama na o say kokonte kra no the boy di etwi tobi e wo Ghana ati Madicho remember suna yes drama say catch first no ko bona la ba onya tu Ghana bi na onya ya onya kokonte bi ni karobia no di o say o manu mo ya diama kokonte kra no omunya bi no modi. You know, say yeah,
it's an interesting. I mean, just like you said, drive be a friend Obapa, Papa. I mean, or granting interview to front line. Obapa, Papa. Yeah,
Obapa, Papa. Bauka, Papa, the other now.
No, but or Bemo.
Or Bema. Na Bema, there is a friend Obapa.
It's a Obapa, Papa.
Oh, in the body Obapa.
Exactly.
The friend of Papa.
Karo Papa. Also, Nigeria. Karo Papa.
Oh, okay.
Papa Karo.
Yeah, Mama Caro. Yes, it's your Papa.
Papa.
Yeah. Papa. Yeah, and I'll grant an interview to Rainbow. Rainbow, we say, I mean, we share the state of economy now. Are unbearable, and it's much more to do until they can't feed their families, and much more to do with even the fuel hiking fuel prices, which transcends or translates into other
facets. Time fuel related stories.
Exactly.
Kwesi Pratt, DNA.
Okay.
I think Gyampo, right?
Yeah.
Gyampo.
Yeah. Government, the rhetorics are too many. They show.
Okay, I'm yeah. At Gyampo, so I roast the government to say fuel prices now. I say Adwano. Omunya no mo fantu. Na Kwesi Pratt so coronavirus no maka no between the means album.
Yes.
Kwesi Pratt say mba ejuma na munya ejuma no na munja say coronavirus aye no.
No, see the economy na nya dada. Akufo-Addo ne na buy no muntumi mu o man dada. It's omu use coronavirus no as a scapegoat. Omu the excuse because the economy was already in shambles. Yeah, before ansana COVID neighbor. That's what
Gyampo kokonte ene Kwesi Pratt you find in Ambo.
Yes, I get it. You understand? You just came into. I mean, listeners can pardon you. So you just hosting us. So you do more of the talking for you in that regard. Yeah, I think that Professor Gyampo say fix rising prices and stop the needless explanation. I think Sane headline at the buy say or Jane says car reasons prices because show the anke between man the likes of Kojo upon Kromane or Slow Sumuna they'll be very good at giving the explanations why it happened. But the duty of every government is to alleviate the western plight of your citizenry. Now ameliorate, improve their lifestyle too, so that at least they can live well. Maybe they cannot be like America, UK, near there, but at least the hallmark of every decent family of maybe 3 or 5 is that they'll be able to provide their own 3 square meals. They'll be able to travel to go and assess school and stuff, and they'll be able to have enough clothing and shelter near there. And then a buying. UK near there. Once you're able to provide the basic needs, master theory of needs for your people now, self-actualization near there, it comes about you upping your own stakes. But as a government, the basic.
Discussion segment. May I care for say Venom Women's Health Center, Rashida Financial Services, Danko Africa Market, and a Gold Coast Country Services. They be almost where I see. I mean a discussion segment in about Manu.
Yes, according to Gyampo, we vote them into office to come and solve the teething problems of the people, but not to give explanation why the problems persist. And I think it makes a lot of good sense in there. That is what should happen. Although we cut down, but I'm not say. I mean, it look about the fuel. Say fuel prices, they should try to bring it down and stop the unnecessary rhetorics in there. And you see, the issue with the fuel in there. I think as a country, I had to go deeper to see that what is the average per liter in America to the UK, Europe, and to help the discussion. The problem in Ghana has to do with ability to buy, because affordability becomes a matter of once you can afford. Because America, people who be so busy a liter per fuel, 99% of people don't know. Because at the end of the day, Okunya Pompa, he buys his $20, $30, or $40. Sometimes called the credit card editor. Now later no, you so he doesn't even know how much he's going for. But at the end, say we don't have commensurating jobs in there to support that hike in fuel prices. Because what Shank I say, I do 6.9 total. You say I'm regularize total and SLA at 6.9, even SLA at 6.8. Because for now, there a open market, Obiana profit margins or better so. I think near Abe way for company a price stabilization recovery levies. I'm going to also say, I mean, at the end of the day, this a levy. Yet for stabilizing, say, go from cry, better so that at least you always handle the shocks. But it had an expiry date. Kakrana mission, almost say, I mean, NDC and the also say by 2017, if you want them, because they know it's only meant to absorb some shocks. And say if it is not doing its purpose, fit for purpose, if you want them. But ban, he promised also to remove it for even for the past 2 months. It's still there. I am thinking that as much as possible. I listened to one woman to Nana Mwisi the 7th. Also can say the way at the end of he doesn't think the problem are there. The taxes, we taxes in the crap are still no. There's no way you can sell it below 6.8. I think it's also an energy expectancy. He tries to also balance it. Others have said that I mean, anka fuel price inside anka between at on 3.5 and 4 po. But taxes in a raising to almost 7 per liter near the end. In any case, I'm of the view that the country, we should rather look at other sectors, improve ourselves. Let's industrialize. Because I believe there are people in Ghana to maybe some say little fuel like they don't know. But the only problem is that once there's a big bracket between the Ghana, if you draw 100 percentile, there are 20% of people are below the poverty line. They can't afford, they can't live. In your a chosen 60%, they form the core, the spine of the whole country. Until some idea analysis, another 20% or maybe bourgeoisie, aristocrats, and upper class. Industrialization.
So yes. What prevents Ghanaians say Malaysia for ya
oil palm, they call it.
Now much more advanced in the palm,
kernel
usage, They may prevent Ghana for say so, but Konya Kushia no mano. Bring it back. For the populace to
I agree with 200%. You see, we live in a country, even who blocks, ya park here, a pawpaw tree has grown on it. Blocks is one of them, and need root. See, it's one of the wonders. I will show you the pictures and covers in now to chroma blocks to cry, dance to cry, tomatoes to me. Why should you be poverty stricken? Yeah. You see, and there are more than 30 uses of oil palm.
The land is so fertile, like
very fertile, like like a woman, like a typical Ghanaian virgin, very very fertile. Well, see, I don't understand why we should get to this level. So I think, Professor Gyampo, as much as sometimes we narrow, pruning, rather than tackling the root of the problem. The problem in Ghana, for me, doesn't have to do with a fuel price just going up. Although fuel price no cost, and I make sure say 60% of Ghanaian population are hard-working spine of the country.
Prophet Gyampo, I was just looking at say various presidents in about their same issue but they don't have any antidote.
Yeah.
But when on their campaign, they always talk about so many things. But when they come into power,
the reality,
they don't change anything.
They lie to come to power. I agree. Send a member background or no, the rhetorics and saying that we to me why the problems persist there. You can give 1,000 reasons why you obi betime didn't ma me atem. Obi say no betime 10 reasons why he was trying to insult the mom. Obi says is it the right thing? At the end of the day, couldn't you have decided not to insult, but rather praise your mom for even bringing you to the end? It's a make I say, net DNA based on say they should find explanations. Will be able to the explanation for the rise in fuel prices. Will be able to the but they should be more proactive in preventing it from coming up. And I'm just saying, going forward, you know, as a country, you know, our life should not just be about fuel cost. Ghana heading, fuel politics, near the end, exchange rate politics. Yes, CHI. I mean, any involved meaning Ghanaian till now, dear. Say MPNDC Nika say na almost for better sooner. I say here buy better so you should see who because it's very difficult. Oh no, the same problems you encounter nobody here politics by, which I agree. Ghana winner takes all. Inti on winning quantity of power. You can't be an fan who be. He would now be sitting in luxurious airplanes. Upper power need or nobody be banchi on nobody be for fee. Or he will tell you that our jet is not even fit for purpose. So I agree to that kind of wanton politics people want to do. But as a country, they actually how we will move forward as a country. That's a then is it just about food or say okay, meti sakumono, me ko hachu. First let me chia 7 cities, say me chia 9 cities. In Ghana, I'll be crying wolf. You have every right to. But beyond that, if there was job, nipa yena sanka onyesika, I don't think that sanka 10 cities you could afford. So our problem in Ghana has to do with raw materials. Now you just carry them out. The say a shipload of rice, BC tema pots. Now say 1 million bags of rice, woman. It's tantamount to 5 million jobs lost. The thing is coming from Thai, Vietnam, Thailand, near there. So the people then, how were they able to get 1 million bags of rice into this ship? I think it started from cultivation. People working on it, harvesting it, taking it to the factory. People working. Nipa more than 1-2 million na. Ejuma na Ghana ni yen. We're only consuming. Once you are consuming, you will have issues. So as a country, you know, the only way to go about some of this is to industrialize. Last time our finance minister is talking just about entrepreneurship. Imagine some electrical engineering or tech, maybe at the age of 23 years. All you are telling me is that I should be an entrepreneur. When I went to UK, 23, then I won him. You only have a fertile mind which can be trained to be a automation engineer, electrical engineer. So you get to industry, you learn, then you become it. You can't just be an entrepreneur because you're an electrical engineer. You don't even know how to fix a common plug. But you have a very high IQ.
But Gyampo so is very, very, very.
Yeah, bring it up.
The essence of governance is to solve problems.
That's what I said.
And not to eloquently explain anything that comes your way.
That's exactly what I said. That you have the reasons why the price is up there. Upon Nkrumah can do it beautifully.
That's right.
I bet you 1,000 reasons why we are where we are. That the welfare prices maybe 129 barrels per barrel. Ghana puts in this. ESLA is here. Price reduction levy. So I say, Balori. They can give you all those beautiful language, sometimes confusing, to tell you that the thing is up. But at the end of the day, how does it translate into the ordinary Ghanaian's life? I think that is where I agree in principle with him that as a government, think about solutions that will make things easier for your people, rather than giving explanation why it is up. Obi the politics, which I'm trying to say, you do because of this. Because the reality is that 99% of the problems that persist today, they are not new. And you're new in Ghana. Unless you can convince me that send this no, Ghana would have been a better place. Not to say that it might not have been bad, it might not have been good, but maybe a little better. But the point is that our problems are beyond these two parties. We need that selfless leaders who will think about outside the box. It's a Pandora box. SCBS to say the way we are running ourselves as a country, we have a bigger problem. And unfortunately, it's not easy to get a third force. 2 years po. Ufa Ghana ni bejana obi sana oni A or B obi o si ni avan sample dey won serious o gina nchen oba o say me dem ogum me dem o CPP mo say there then they will even put you aside that you are not even making a lot of good judgments because chances of you coming is bad. But that is the harsh reality. Professor Gyampo Oika chances here that as a government I'm only adding my voice that my little training out there. That's why I'm one person. I'm so much for the digitalization ecosystem because I've always believed that the way Ghana everybody should be visible. Say me misika ko me ka ko mobi Ghana me sure say acha 1 year e be pay na because we be obeko be ka say can I have your Ghana card? Money Ghana card, no transaction. We should get to that level of our lives. Who could pay Juma? Me a civil engineer. Oh, you've qualified for interview everything, but can I have your Ghana card, please? What you know the question system? No papa. Oh, I'm now working with ABP Consulting in Samum. Acha within a week. Somebody goes in. Okay, the number is sent for me. Okay. Oh, as it's your age will hurt you. That is where we should get to as a country. Then everybody is visible. What am I say? Because when I see mini card na pacho koje card na bra. We should make it accessible and even sometimes free. For the past 5 years, then you're free. Or you no cry man for. I be at the third time they will start taking 5 cedis for replacement. Because your first 2 replacements is free. Now you funds build it because at the end of the day, that is where you have to get to. So I agree with him in no certain terms that government should move from the whole idea of always giving reasons why the problems persist to solving them, be problem solvers, but not a very good PRO work. PRO work, there's something you make me ready, have a chill, hypertension, diabetes. I can read and come and talk. By the end of the day, it takes the doctor who has done operations in there to give you another side. I can do, and that is what makes them experts in that field of endeavor. So you are an expert in governance. Yours is to take the right brains, the right people on merit for them to solve the problems of Ghana. So in principle, I agree. The next one had to do with Obapa Papa talking about the way they say they can't. I think it's on the lighter side, but the truth is that he is talking about the fact that so yomu sales we pade otono petrol or yeni sales and yebeka when he say they can't feed his wife and family. They can't even get square meals to eat, and that is truthfully the problem in Ghana. The gap is getting bigger. Mature said that 60% brackets in the same thing. They are suffering. MP ni ministers they have fuel vouchers. They can't tell me that 99% of their issues, they don't get fuel. Sometimes I watch some of them to take because they have the frog's eye view. I'm doing the best eye view analysis, and the truth is that we are minister, we have fuel vouchers. We are MP, you are entitled to some percentage of fuel. So no suffer. Or no taxi driver, or no church driver, or no suffer. So we, as a government, yours is to make sure that people are comfortable. You see, the problem you have in Ghana is that we don't take care of the people to the barest minimum. Uba Chrome has here your minimum wage, and the system knows very well that massa. So we have 40 hours. Not so we just say we. Not so what your rent is here. We be nyaka kradi a project the BSc. This is they are doing micro analysis and management of the human beings in it. But Ghana no, obi to make us say security company make you 400 cedis a month. A be a Juma na baby and pakron one impono 300 cedis will go into transportation, but they don't care. That is the problems in Ghana. Or a taxi driver, if the car owner say me the major 200 cedis sales, I don't care. I mean, my one man say more care matters. Me the amount say fakoye Uber every month, every week major 100 cedis every day. But you don't care in 100 cedis no or ye Jumo benya saying or better fool saying now the no one saying. So I think those are some of the things that Obama Papa is talking about, that as a country they can't even you see kokonte. I think he uses it figuratively as one of the Diane and boy Fufo Samai Bancheno ye de gu a dance na we na answer near fire and then maybe yes I need kokonte identity because say maybe the methods are different, but when you were growing up we could to say banchigu dance na say hata onim so we dey kokonte la ye wi ani akọ blend it, ye be grind it, ye grind you and dey kokonte, and it's by far one of the meals that should be cheaper. But now you can't even have that food, and it is stemming from the fact that people Ghana ye ding. You see, sometimes we should be truthful to ourselves. A few politicians feel that okakra no mobwefu, and people are being marginalized, people are being condemned for telling it as it is. And I think Papa couldn't have said it any better. That Massa, yeah, taxi drivers, yeah, church drivers. We are really suffering. We agree. Even one a typical taxi driver or 3 girlfriends, a wife, in a way. Or the car no be share reaction the girlfriends now. The one we bojo car not the basic one. I mean, bibia your man some. It could be no. They are outliers. Obu on no be yin say. But we look at the bigger picture that people have made livelihoods out of being drivers, Uber, Bolt, church, taxi, Madina to Choco, the other call to this. Fuel price are massive. First in APR, onya 300 or the 100 to fuel. No, or the 100 come on the bus, not the same. But it's 100 not the ton. It's all the 150 ton. And it affects the person. And you are running a system to say, you want to increase it. The GPRT, you need Pro to another has the right to increase the fuel because you don't want to the citizens to suffer. But no. So how does it gain? And I think those are some of the things that they are complaining. These are people you abandon fear among them. So once they are complaining, as a government, you need to start also setting up. That the truth and reality is that a lot of people can't afford anything in Ghana, and even meals. So big to the extent that you say, then you begin to ask yourself, how about clothing? How about shelter? How about Nemba school call? How about Nemba Apomodeng? I mean, then we are getting worse as a country. We need to really set up. Sorry, Exactly. So I think these are the two. The three, but two drivers can no longer afford kokonte. And Mark said that's the harsh reality. Nyama boarding and people are really suffering. Professor Gyampo said they should fix the issues. There was a third one that you spoke about, but
Kwesi Pratt.
No, Nana Comedian. Some Nana Comedian airful.
Nana Akomea.
Kwesi Pratt also bring me the economy. Said in the economy on the coronavirus.
Yeah, Nana Akomea is talking about the fact that there was a
Nana Akomea, member, yes, Nana Akomea, member voice be that
important.
Afi Yankosu. Why?
Yes.
Member Shambo, I mean to mean this all. They call Rupiam because I'm can say Mudua, the Babati petrol, so who do also Member Shambo, I mean to mean this all. They call Rupiam because I'm can say Mudua, the Babati petrol, so who do also another petrol, and a cost. The Baba 10 years so if the Baba year for this whole breast of grad in year for one and then only cake once a year.
Nana Addo promises now ma oye bi no e di manicho fa kan in as here na fe yankoso.
That's why he stands tall amongst a lot of political stalwarts. People always talk about him. We read this story now. I mean he went there. That there's a thin line between even your manifesto, the reality, and the campaign talk. So prior to 2016, Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo protocols observed. I know where you come from. You don't joke with titles. Very conservative. President Akufo-Addo made those huge pronouncements. Even that time, he was a candidate anyway. That Oba, he was emphatic that Oba betiti petrol so so that Ghana will be a beauty to live in. Forgetting that the harsh realities is that you don't produce that time you don't control the prices of fuel. So some of the time I say any well-meaning Ghanaian who has his head properly screwed to his neck will know that inflation and fuel politics there is HIA. I agree if you're in opposition and feel that the media I'm saying to be the DOB and also you also issue a say if you run away from it then MPP will break their 8. It's also to bear your politics. But to be so on man, we believe in sitting on the high line and judging and for the alleviation of poverty there. You say, hey, Adei, because you yourself, we are your producer there, but you are not being serious with it. The discussions are very shallow, and sometimes you don't even get it. Say you took petrol. I'm not sure Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai, now they have this problem. Even Libya, even Venezuela. Okay, now share the price per later. You sometimes okay. I mean, you produce. And then Yamina their chain in Science Brem. By end, Yamin their chains, Yanni. Same with Nigeria. I'm to fuel in the 60s. But you and I know what Nigeria is. A thin line between, a very large line between the poor and the rich. So, in principle, he's saying that it's high time and politicians should own up to some of these excesses that they say on the political platform. A burden, but in your leadership, yes, they will gain some plaudits too. So, at the end of the day, when Akufo-Addo said those things, they were campaign talk. He did not even know what he's even read this story now. I mean, it's tantamount to say he did not know what he was saying because he said, "Me ba betete so." What betete so in what regard? I mean, because what magic wand do you have to really do some of these things? Because as we sit here now, so over far, young fans over far 4.0 per. He said, "I do almost 7." How do you explain the 3 cities rise in less than 5 years? You might not have controlled the dynamics because world markets in Adei now. Because I said buy be do $29 in Adei 4 times in Adei na. In a way, I said when it comes to fuel, we don't have to do politics with it. So the Honest government should come back and tell Lanka President Akufo-Addo show mount a platform on your chance of drivers. Me and me kai chemo manchagbona na Adei say me ba metete so ba me ba no be who reality is that the reality is that I can't do much about it. The best I can do is maybe to reduce the taxes on it. But after the taxes, we'll still be in that range. America, I mean, check it per liter, it's about 6.1, 6.2. In Europe, around the same price. To somebody, why has owned 6.7? And a difference of 50 pesos. And I say it's a lot. Per liter, multiplied by maybe it's a consumption in Ghana, 100,000 liters every day. It's a lot of money. So, but in principle, those are some of the problems. The actuality is that fuel all around the world, it's like 6 point something. So yeah, then 6.BB and can maybe make us say into 4.0 that we should be truthful and honest with ourselves. There's no way we can sell less than 6.0 around the world in Ghana. But the truth is that our politicians should be truthful.
Okay.
And they should know that and announce to the voters sometimes I blame the voters because we need to be intelligent, we need to be wise. The stupidity, is getting too much. Because when some of these things have been said, you still have a choice to think through it before you make a choice. Okay. Because at the end of the day, that is where we are now. That Okasana also metomani because also better so. I mean, the stark reality is that he can't do much about it. So politicians should be truthful, and in some of the utterances, and the citizenry too should scrutinize the stories, because it's not easy. Fuel politics, inflation politics, now they too much. Government bra say domestication. If you're able to grow and eat, why wouldn't Japan, China, US now then complain about inflation and also say, hey, because the import is being managed. Okay. A lot is being done domestically. You get there and it's being done locally for Massachusetts. Ohio, Florida. That is how well they've domesticated themselves. Certain things travel to other states, all right, but 99% of the things which are simple, it should be done inward. School crap no you more that chance that in state open go school mass we war mass we be a bit better open go Florida obetumi akode but they will put an impediment say any boy bed kakra and so we extraordinary students. That is how well they are structure country that everything looks internal. We are just 31 million people with all these resources, less than the population of New York or Lagos. Okay, can see so far.
Opo remember China Fabi Sosu now, your other stories be better.
Kokonte taxi driver Asama Oka na Akomea that I think Professor Gyampo, which relates or transcends to Kwesi Pratt and so they are Ningina it's about Sega na eating. Na Kokonte ran Asama Oka or Sekane no is specific to taxi drivers. Say ya omo muchi taxi na omo bejai because omo koye sales you are omo no say omo nya sika bia mfanto omo botom nti if that continues omo bejai and also omo aduane omo pe na hwe picture na omo dey a story no na is a taxi driver is no more enjoyable because abitie pa
asara karo kokote na ko ya dabo gu na o
na we samede ma tie for no ma hwe taxi driver no so ntumi ni abitie we bibia wo hwe abitie no se de si dam ni hu nkruma bi da na omodi mako amako a yedi to nkwan no bi because obi a wo pe mako a na je se waposa bi afra na hwe Salmon na oda left na amane bi so bia nchen ho na ntwinam sa ponchos na ntwinam bi su dasi unim za me ni abetie ba me hu picture na me Akufo-Addo so
eti be say na dey
eni na sani ngina ka hobi na o ka say yo Asha family program your friend of Fabi series so o ka say wudi issues e cause organ e cha benya blood pressure to dia any social media and some but I think say a very nice one on say da bia your program the essence is sebi omo bo. And when I see stories like this, I go down to nipa sebi omunye middle or upper class, but lower class people it touches my heart. You know na in yetigana in say taxi driver for mobre. Omaduma na edion. Timishia ne ya fa drop ne yakobo kra ne ajoka tranye kra mafie. Iti omode ne say omomfo mabetie ene omonam ni agro na me wadamfo bi manu chunim ne pa Frank de kai command Anglaga Junction as a cook book room no na choba bi ho ya bobo big choba e ho na drivers need masa na ukona ko Frank the do na wachi ne nam sumsu a
enjoy
ntina omusu no wonder now they are crying that omuntumi nto now munza abrante na asama okano on a more serious note kalu ayade a AC okokwabna e Japan Rainbow Radio yeah omushu ne so no kasa masa you can't say na mudi diagro but you see taxi drivers cry manfu jai car ni twi because petrol no boy e diama utwi car na unya two type of money ba ko ye de ode beto petrol asai gu car nim for china na ba ko ye owner sika nti wo a utwi car no unya bi na ode bi mpo akofie after so be dia betie ne nam no e dey asa wo yiri ofie no say taxi drivers nso manusi sum na so mpa ma pa so
say ma pa de ma penye
Oh, and yes, say, oh, one payment, man.
But we consider every night carry say, about 4, 5.
There's a again, maybe it was
scripts in the amount can come in.
Maybe it was until we are Juma, Kalusha, what are we are Juma? There be a manucha, we soon phone tracing because course video course near there. Exactly. There may be a Juma. No one is scared to do any show or money European. Now, what girls and swap? What they are showing? What they are showing? You be a show.
Yamiadom, economy one shema on Baba Sabra.
But more girls, it can be a Buhanomian and our Chibuhanomian Bosuo. Manu now we are daily, media daily. Me say Namian weekly.
Yeah, weekly. And they're not the mood. May them sick as daily.
It's Manu here because Nameka say, we are say, Teno. What the Manuche, Yenya this simple and rather than yes analysis way. At the end of the day, oh yeah, Juma, no one yeska, a dianaka. Just what we are say, Asa, Benya Ba, Asa.
Exactly, of course.
We are Sunday day because they be also no quite Juma when yeska, because
I'm so sad when you escape not to Kruma Denaka, Bema, Denaka.
You see, until we are saying, no, something until when you sometimes you don't even understand them because so until Bill Gates is in the mouth, will be as a 10 million. Because when you scan at the end of the day, then are there.
Exactly.
And when say when you scan, the Manuchu Bedin, Ubedi, oh, apart from some better yachts, now vacation near the now, it is the same time of spending 24 hours with being a poor person.
Yeah.
So into as I said, you're penny for no more journey. A question, no year policies. I'm joining nipa biti say taxi drivers. Year clear for those who make the economy. Economy. And yet, obi oye CEO. I was state transport. Obi oye Ghana gas. And yet, Ghana gas for the gas. Never petrol. Be refining. Be where at the end of the day. Taxi driver never to. My mena all quaco tomatoes are torn on the for taxi driver and a car. I'm a taxi driver and so to me a recupuscano, nor the better petrol call back to the government. Into your policies are as I say, one more direct consumers no, you know. So and it is very sad about all kind of story no say say be tea crown or my favorite food. Or say be tea to me to show mabusian for and no to me passion side checks near it. Very sad. So Kaluba all can say I want to make us you code news ye serious. A told down now the BS they all can in reality any paya brabaya ban. Uti hey uko boy you may be sa now a bossy league, no a boji league, no a boji league. That makes you happy. So and only sense of a compliment. Yeah, that's it. On was starting bossy and such. Is it on so that is the sense. I'm a man. Sense of accomplishment and happiness. So into taxi driver no so dem so obey Juma because sad say obey Juma.
Me diabetic no goya now.
Sad say obey Juma.
Trying to be too serious, don't mind him.
At the end of the day, na unye sika. Oya Juma ede. Oya Juma to make money so you can take care of your core responsibilities. Exactly. Na taxi driver ye Juma, unye sika man na girl jano.
Exactly.
And and taxi drivers are one of the hardworking people you can get in Ghana. I'm telling you.
They get up
I'm telling you. Yeah. Because Sebi, I've owned a taxi before in Ghana. Yeah. Before I'm Baba, I had a taxi. Me the car no money that.
The man said, Prof. Gyampo, I can't say, Gyampo, Professor Adei, Professor Adei, but so cannot say 50 people now. You can get my money to that other two should be. I said, I am ready. Professor Adei say Ghanaians need only. Mammy, and I said, I'm missing Miss Adei. Mammy, you are not the way no money. I am because I sports young guys talking money to 5 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, we don't time. You don't time. It's not time. It's in a sports your bar. And I say, man, friend me, Titiana. I said, Nipa 3 TT. And now 2 for Nana. Ubi a Nipa. I'm say master sports no ya mochado do they do politics sports no mochado do sports no mochado do. Okay, anyway, so I think say Nana Akomea can say be na manu chubo Nana Akomea so abaso but Nana Akomea some more kind you know baby o kan ye me na anya adwen say my holdu Akufo-Addo audio no boy na just some few seconds sanka betumi abobie mu a
ansa na makasa man beka na nka be me de pa
okay
Nana do audio no
Nana do audio no
oh che boss obeti me ba
me shabo ami tumi ndi so
me shabo wo de man mo
me ko wo pia me ko sha banke se mo mutu a me ba beti petrol so wo do also ana petrol bo ana ekoso me ba beti niama so e se me ba me yafo this one brand so grad e yafo da e wa no e then no keke one city ya ya
I think no rule at Mills. Most at Mills can say I will reduce it drastically. No, I know the start here. No, say what bad me be shebo say me ba mete so cry.
There be no me dey nya at Mills. Also Obama so na ekostro. There be also no ba. Na do no ba. Ebe ba form. Ba omu tena so ebe kosoro. Ena Obama hiafo. Ena obeti niam so. Ena obeti petrol so. And I mean, Shabba, you see, he started by saying, he said, I won't give you promises that I cannot fulfill. Mean Shabba, mean to mean this. There be a Cassana, say a Cassana, and Unim, eh? Mammy make a statement, one man Cassabim grammar pong. A friend is saying, Professor Adei, as a man now can. Or see here, Nipa 50. P50 are ye independent minded people are independent on government to speak Ghana be but we business are you who free because we business now be cassette buying a cripple business because the system allows government ways the cripple amount for business once a neighbor started show na me catch us one ekasa Konfante yeah new Konfante and na start unity radio sometime no usua de kakra no ye other pastoral winti If Anopa Bosuo so she say why available when the word and America say o say opo say the politics you cry dey medium and am say I say eh na ade ne nye na akokasa nya de be di watem
na mafia marginalize
o say ade ne nye why nim say the MPP for ye nye enso ko kan obi tini fi o say de be di watem
so a businessman you don't have a sense of belonging and association. You don't go because of the political year.
Ghana for no money imagine say party be anya na so about be Ghana. But who can? That is what Professor Adei was saying. So what na now you show we are. What na now you show we now pon. Yeah. What na now you show now pon. Obi oye MPP ni bufuofo po national say obo MPP echi no. Obi oye MPP ani echi ebofu say wo bo na ban echi because nanado enisi ebo na echi. That is his thinking. Say Nisa a born and Nisa a born MPP. All we have to come and sit here and say is shower praises, where there are no praises to be showered. Oh, but now no bo audio we are boy Kalusha. Now ye nipa now tenase. She Nana Akomea say, my who do Sadi and Infantia. I want to make us say, Sasam no can quite and Casam no Kwanka. In as much as I agree with him, or say or slamu politicians for making promises they cannot keep about fuel prices and ask them to be candid with the people and stop taking them for a ride. So, but can do baby no MPP in India, can den sa on one party for crab say him. Tino Asanka say, Anka Bayanka, Nanado, Eshe Bono, Monfa Enyeden, Momu Hoduntiano, or Kasaya could do say, baby, Omampeni. Dada Akufo. Unso bo mampeni Dada Akufo abaso.
Oh yes.
Because ose Akufo ye bi. Editia Rollins. But Akufo bet 18 and na make us Nanado should come back. Sometimes Joe Biden and mama example, they do it.
Yeah.
Promises be omo kasa omo be but omo bana they realize because they respect the people. That is respecting the people who put you there. Because based on the okachira yenti and ya to abaye den emma it is Obana who reality check who say no. What do you mean to me? Yeah, come back to the people and Akufo did it. It's in an Akomea kasem no kase. If it's a democracy, Akufo kwani the only president I want to me I said ni bi. Obo Rollins e chi say obo beti petrol so oba ya otena ase no who say reality check nya dia me to me he came on kai say Ghana for Akufo anano na make say Akufo is the only democratic leader be kan kire Ghana for say I am sorry the way I saw Akonwa no so from afar, any me better is different, but I'll still steer you to the promised land. Obepa Ghana for when he was doing his people assembly and all that. Nanado catch them say, Oba beti fuel so now me shame bo to me. and I wouldn't even public regulatory any more share petrol no news no more can they are urging the government say taxes almost say tax you see your world prices no na my petrol boy deal taxes say kusu aban geno they were calling on the government to slash some of the taxes because taxes need too much. Recovery levy. Mahama mo de toso.
Price stabilization.
Corona you crowd as be corona.
Mahama mo de toso. Mo na MPP for the campaign.
Yes.
Some see ya deka na Mahama ne mills mo de be recover aka. E kana na ye de no. E tue wie. Why is that tax still on there? Mo de campaign mo ba ye no. Mo sa beto sa tax.
2 minutes now for encoder issue.
Yeah. Mo de beto sa tax. It's here again. The sheboa now be di o man so adwene nkrase for ho. Dwene de a low income earners ho. Obi owo sika no to petrol mu kodu $100 a gallon a barrel obeto. Chini womo ho because omo na make it a chunk krom ha kra ya America you say manucho de biaga say America the economy takes care of us here adwene say unim 1% of the population equal to 99% America the wealthy people no 1% of them is equal to many white here 99%. But they think about the internet they be out here Joe Biden kasa or kasa working class family. Yeah,
they form the majority and they
so it's yen nipa na wo form na ho na yen hyehyɛ entity because the essence of leadership is to relieve the burden on your people which Nanado promised us. On say Nana Akomea ka say ma yemfa emblem no by at the same time okasa Nanado enye te say Kofo no me pagana for acho say bo hye na o hye no ntumi ndi so no. Then he talked about Professor Gyampo Dian quickly talked about say reasons anamanu chuka wasam inti time mills ene Mahama teso no Nanado ye campaign ti omo ano ubo audio say omo tena so petrol ne soro na beko no na omo to petrol num no na omo ni reasons inti anomo de tum
they will give you
okay inti sa time no reasons na omo de to petrol mu nti Nanado share ye boss ono de obo obete so ama petrol boy fufufo no na reasons no but he was telling us a my for reasons now mo dey mine no my nsom na mum yenye ono ne dia no obo beti so mine. So why are they now giving us reasons as to why petrol prices should be increased?
What is happening is the politicians tell us they have alternative, but naturally they don't have any alternative.
That's the whole point. I didn't know mo the NDC time no or mo my reasons no mo say reasons ne ye my nyintum ade na mo de mo be justify. That is why Professor Gyampo is saying say some mo be my reasons there has always been reasons why fuel prices go up. Every year nothing happens in a vacuum. Mefa water bottle we no say me be nom no na nsu kom na eden. There's a reason na nsu kom de me etoda ebi asu kom de me pese me fa nsuo no no
see leg no so there's a reason
ya obenum corona no na a reason obenum Guinness na a reason obenum Jaiga Master na a reason what ya say me ti wase because also person onum born to say bema now to me ball match that is your reason. I don't fight you with that. It's my point in say. My point in say. Shey you nuanum Ghana vocalu. That's all the Konfanti is running away from coming to the show because I see hey masa. Obeya na omu di watem. Obeya and it is true. Yeti ya kasa ya obo petrol asem na kan and the world market prices across. It is true. We all know that Akomea petrol bo across, but just check the world per barrel. Ghana dey never compare her. World market no Ghana dey bo e was America. Why? Because your taxes in a gusuno and does on the door. It's tax recovery, debt recovery. One it's a coronavirus crash tax. Ababe das me wa.
Yeah,
COVID. Ni nyina begu a petrol ni so. Enti omo nyi bi mfiri so. Na temamufo no ho ntoye kakra. Na sesi a mo amose. Mo na mo ka kire say digitalization or digitalization. 4% of Ghanaians and na etua tax. From 4%, Baumiasi and Shutuko saying 86%. Into the revenue generation, Nankasa, I 4 to 86 how many percentage? More than 1,000%.
Yeah. Okay,
in terms of percentage,
a lot when they said
yeah, because they even say 80 and 100.
Yeah,
into 80 cry saying 80 1,000, right?
Yeah,
it's increasing revenue generation is say I'm past the obeka. That's why I was saying the last time say from 4% to 86% there. And your Ghana Bosiano crazy is 30 jaibo. Yeah, and if it is true there, then they stand a better chance of mobile taxes in BF petrol. So I'm a Ghana for why day. At Kaluya very sad. Okay. The cocoa farmer affecting the tomato seller, the onion seller. We must see can getting cotton jum ne backronya dagenshano. We are discussing in Africa. How can the economy recycle itself?
All right, Banicho, yes, Professor Adei, what's the academia has a lot to say. Maybe 2 minutes had to say in terms of the economic dispensation.
I've always agreed with him. I mean, on the story that Ghana needs a few wise, sane men who will be thinking straight for us to go about America.
Big voices are a bit more
exactly. Maybe over America here, excuse me, say Jimmy Fonny Adei be brewer, but the few wise people are ruling the country. Go on, man. Me know na me to be sure be not so yejuma. Wa kofa placard the Gyampo and say I'm hungry. Give me $1. Say you say the juma wa hane ade. A few people now win. They are holding the economy down. They are holding the system. Truthful, they are being truthful. Others feel that because you can, I'm sure say, Bruni draw army or draw triangle, not draw line, or say elitism. Those down here any day, they don't even help make everything work. I can't go show no. I'm no hold the country no. I'm no take decisions. Nan kind so no. And those people no. So I'm now the chamber MPs near the end no. So we used to bring some use our common law and recent constitution near the end. Few people no take decisions to make the place a better place. So in principle there he couldn't have said it any better. If our police is working right and we have 20 or 30, you see he mentioned names like Kwame Pianim, Emmanuel Yamson, Moni Adieno. These are people when they talk they give you a lot of hope. They've been through the system. Oh baby, I agree in principle with him, but like him himself, Professor, if you put him under the scrutiny, we saw an vociferousness when NDC was there. The things he said, that he's our quiet chairman of GRA near there. Stephen Adei is now there, yeah.
Professor Adei has been speaking. When they complete school,
academia, when they complete school, you don't even have the jobs that they can contribute their quota. So in what aspect?
Academia now, academia now all come. Share Ghana, Professor Gyampo here na been so be Professor Gyampo na me fi so MPP. Tama NDC ti ono. Na me fi say Gyampo NDC. O say Ghana no ya conscientizing ama say MPP also now criticize MPP so we NDC. Say MDC to so now criticize NDC so we MPP. Say no mo yo. No mo dia kan wano yeah tag hang. No mo dia because Professor Gyampo tama NDC ono. Before God the man, make the way I know say hit hard on Mahama no. Na me fi so MPP ni. But MPP buy or hit your my dear no mo dey no.
Oh yeah, they nearly sporty.
If you say ko yeah you tag secretary ananu ya oni aban na etwe dey no mo dey no. Sa no mo yo ti academia no mo nka dey.
Yeah.
And unfortunately your academia no so kalu ade ba kwesi ni say enra na me kan story bi professor ya work in university. Amwakuba.
Yeah.
I was MPP for the car 25,000 euro and then last week one kind of story no was so acquire diama MPP for the car
consultancy
25,000 oh yeah one of the he's made himself clear so MPP
most of them to have a problem.
It's my point in this a political science lecturer. Professor Akwaba was very critical during NDC administration. Now you are telling us who go say about our story no. Eti anu nti no dey campaign tia wuntumi say yentu wuntumi e wa Ashanti region because wo mo de neka wuntumi kura ka say obetua sika no wuntumi entua Friday
I agree
so into the academia na wo ka no utie professors yes political science lecture oba ne kasa no undertone who say we were MPP ni who say NDC ni because story no ekotia MPP they still find intelligent and intellectual ways to color the story and make the story look nice for MPP.
Because they
say NDC near.
I
mean, NDC near. NDC near. Obey story no say negative against NDC. Obey color story na my story na be look nice. That is what the academia is even doing.
Oh yeah, they are even worse.
And those who are independent, or me business minded people are and come to me a casa to say Kwame despite mo. To say it be a Kwesi Chumo, to say Kensbe mo, to say Ghana Sika for
well made.
Almost who do I no come to mo? We a bank, a big bank. We radio stations. We give you the thing. You better. Oh,
Angel broadcast.
Yeah, so what happening? Monopolize the system too much. That's why Professor Adei can say, "Osenke here nipa makuma 50," and he did make a good point. Or say, Kofo former chief of staff friend saying Kojon Piani. What's the Kojon Piani Kasana and Saint Pa? Also, he's been crashing the Akufo-Addo government.
But some matter again say he has an alliance.
That I get you. They will find a way to Adei was here and say, "Share, sadly we ensure Ghana politicians no manu omo control maneuver. That's the whole idea. Omo ya so o kan sem na attack say o NDC ni. So we MP o katia o hwehwe story no. Oh yeah, it happens to us. Then I major Ghana buy a usually what I do is say I listen to the message.
Yeah.
And na ma analyze ya some any panic can say. Then funny say any panic ko NDC ni asem na all can.
Yeah, abawom.
Abawom.
Yeah.
E no correct. Make a point. And I say
you just sense no to make it a point.
And I say oh yeah propaganda. Sane e dey hwe asem but because of one share ya the ordinary Ghana here papa ya also want me to abitie ni. Obekum kra no MPP ni.
Yeah.
What you say? And so sa for no sign kom omo na aban na ye ade enye na aba omo chi a. Omo na san be fa phone. People like Daddy Boat and co. Omo abefa phone. Now no omo ni wa sign the Adei. E dey afeso because obo omo aban chi. But what they seem to forget and say at the end of the day Ghana ye year me wo ayete kra no indirectly ne bi a be benefit because ye busuafo. But directly yen benefit in any way. What you say, but because Ghana is our country and every politician, political party comes to power with the aim of making the country better, giving promises like you just played on the radio from Nanado. Na ato etim ni ato ama na ba na unya ne ye kan na man for sign ne ye ko.
Okay.
So it academia na Professor Adei kan no kalu komo kasa kebe make sense. So omo ye independent minded. Na me ye wo metu NDC. Name me can okre the NDC yeah me to MPP name enko Kojon Piani has been phenomenal. Me I like people until I na amount for in as much as say yeah amount for Dickene de Japan me pen asem no because obi owo party mu a party ni ya de na nya otumi ka no one of your friends saw your member power he thinks beyond the party. Yes. Because the party ni crucify Ghana. Na me MPP ni ntimi nka manuntum, me MPP ni ntimi nkasa, ukokasa ni no, you don't like Ghana. You don't love Ghana. You love your party because of what you're getting.
Okay. Matthew for Akabi ka na enko.
Oh, yenko na yenyewe.
Na
time ba mesa ka
na continue na person but now there's another issue. Ghana medical switching. Road accident. Road accident. Then share no be 2 minutes. We na fi Sosu what to coin amra please for no say in madwuma na kakra road accident Ghana for no say
medical association
medical association no say crashes in 11,858 crashes of it there are about 2,126 casualties in the first 9 months of the year alone. Is unacceptable and on average it say that six lives are lost in a day in Ghana. Manucho, your road accident,
but before I because Manu, Mami, you are no nam kakra.
Yeah.
CNN, Eddie Paul Biaba. On say, and no night high no. With a quick one, Namatos. Or CNN poll, majority of Americans say Biden isn't paying attention to nation's most important issues. On the mere crabby before I buy it because of pandemic sikani stimulus into if Biden there. But Americans they say the ratings overall Akufo 42 first no 57 no none ratings was so because promises of make you say see CNN say see ya kasa na breaking news no by ntina me defam that is what we need to do. We MPP near
put them on their toes
so the party will be more sellable and attractive and yes a bomb which na abuofu. Now no Ghana. And then this poor requirements Ghanaians begin. We have to start doing it. Now I'm happy with so many reality checks and facts checking and so more. Ebinisa na nado koka say one share a football Cape Central region football so obey habo. Cafes na koka ya no afa no wadi. But once say see am kofa audio about me e share bo e no san kofa manifesto page you won't buy. So we are doing that. Gradually we'll get there.
Oh yeah.
So that is what we need to do to put our leaders on their toes.
But it's already that road accident.
I think Ghana
and go for so apply go. I'm say a normal police for no more the road users no normal be soft na that in a day 6 lives
per day. I mean, you see a fatality. Sometimes you as Africans now then we don't value life. But I say even the life of a raccoon It's very, very important because they want to tell you a story. That it may grass, be grass, a crowd of car for
I say me mouth to be
grass.
Yeah,
Glass and grass.
Exactly.
Body power.
Grass. Yeah, but I say brought the memories. Oh yes. Exactly. Forget the insult.
Yeah, I see with the insult in the you see, these are some of the people.
Without the insult to the message with the
yeah, that is also another thing.
Exactly.
Also, Professor Adei say kojompienu kasapa, but because of social media, atem didi. What kind of story now? Also, can you do it?
Yeah, that's right.
Kojompienu can one man for the dinner.
Oh yes.
Even I'm keeping former chief of staff. Do mudina time because we criticize on one party say, young attended to the precaring problems. I'm for and only person say quick one. Was say Biden nipa 72. Almost over 72% say Biden hasn't been attentive to the right issues. My friend say economy. I'm say economy no na the I say can petrol assembly ade because petrol boy den kakra bi American obi o was you had it me to true 72% are now saying Biden is not attending to economic issues. 72%.
I know better by
that is overwhelming.
Which you are 40, I say which you are 78. So it throws you out of budget.
So,
America did.
These are some of the things we need to do. You put your leaders on their toes.
Oh yes.
I feel the artists of Omuzo Mobile, my petrol block from there. Let me tell you, town hall be on last week. America.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think America couldn't have said it any better. Say every way they be assessed lives are lost. You see, me as a civil engineer, I've always complained about some of these things. Most of them are based on your attitude, the road furniture, the road itself. There are three major lines money away because more often than not, what Shannon Becca say, I say no. Why is accidents? Yentina head-on collisions for America because road na labo median stripper. There's hardly will a car fly from a zone to another zone. 1 out of every 1 million ABC. But dualization of our roads has even become a problem. Take credit to Accra. Two cities, two major metropolitan cities being connected. No? About 80-90% of the time, no, the road, where you see a single lane with just a road marking and cars are moving at 100 kilometers per hour. Chances of accidents, you are there, friend, hazards. Where we are, hazards have potential to cause accidents. Because I say naked wire that baby officer now bad, chances of being electrocuted is very high. But if it is insulated, when him say, oh, on the minister so mumpa and yeshi. Into which they gave some of the ways a problem. Dualization of our major roads in Ghana and intermodal transportation, the conduct of road safety exits with treatment of hazardous sections, provision of rest stops every 80 to 100 kilometers along the major highways to manage fatigue, automation of traffic enforcement. Yeah, they say some of these things what call crapper. Says our Jenny and can say mandatory picnic areas. I say, oh, more now. And so, which are your problems now? Sometimes we attribute spirituality to it, but a lot are on the roads. What I say now, potholes near there. Ghana, as you are different pothole. Make I teach you techno can say, or Israel. The first test number, you know, say road maintenance, some routine road maintenance away list. So we are no man that's not say I'm working in area, but yeah, want to pothole patching. Or send the professor on me say what is pothole patching? On say that, and yet term. In any serious discussions, America are even pothole patching. You developing and any other kind of syllabus when you say it took a crown. What they will do is that they will sometimes mark that area and remove the whole section and redo it. Unless a crassy be just on more sport improvement, papa. So I think that as much as possible, these are the problems. Over human way now, drink driving. Ghana driver now look what's car and any are driving from Accra to Kumasi. Or could shape no people and say open way timber car drivers and a share. You see the kind of discussions that go on, it's very difficult. So I think that as much as possible, road safety near the end, we should be discussing it. Why the Medical Association talking about? Because it won't be in the hospital. Sometimes in the hospital near the end or more can, but which about other ones are it's will really crash bina young kind count. We are proper auditor. It should be more than 6 per day. And I've always spoken about this. Nipan is a prominent person be one in your attention kakra na wenya nkofons will come and talk about spirituality obi to me the ahwea heap of sand be go ka kwam so the sin fie more than 2 months na that so go. Can you do that here? Okay. Car nya accident na esikwam wonum ye ni towing ye the towing of cars na there by Ghana for na bogu ye but I have say no they be can say my engineering no you are referring rectification Adei ne besi you, but how fast you respond to it will make you wise or not. Car no best says so, but within 10 minutes, you know, towing car besi one, you must if you go and pay not less than $200. Why your car? the car na esi one obi nim na odu one ma he might just run into you and have accident. It's causes of accidents in Ghana there. They are cheating and we know them, but you are keeping a blind eye because you don't care. And tow, it's a tow and everyone say you are not waterways and yes die. Name to ato na fa nipa ko. Because these are preventable accidents. I able to make a sense, but reduce it to the barest minimum. That will make you wise. We are rectification we are remedies we are. Well, when we say the hazards are down, we are serious. We are okay. A kwani say light in so accidents okay. Emphasis here, street lights and one idea. Tell you what, so first not 30% of cars in any accident. It should be brought to 2%. Because what now him say oh car may name any accident. Even a motorway yeah the glorifier who's over 30 kilometers nkroma here in the 60s with the lights near the end and then no lights. BBS say yeah concrete roads in you turning into yeah the bitumen e go so. What do you expect?
Opo you say sir we say na articulate is this is cause a major cause of accident power.
Oh yes.
It is say
any reflectors
Ghana for no highway for no omuntumi nya sa cars akese a ebetumi atwe cars no awakosi baby ntimba kro no okokoji ayi as manager was saying no okokoji car na no atua because no so betumi reduce accident because car ni bebre head on collision most ade no wa park crown fa say triangle bi kwa esi echi but no bia ba no de aba beshim nti edema ben kwa be fa so a accident wey yemre ni
Kalu I think said the manager kaya no ye mine no ye kasa keke but we don't take actions. Yes. See, because road accidents are prevalent in Ghana since Adam. And every year, even this year, I hear a story about 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, it was worse than
COVID. Police for MTT for the Edibibana Ghana Road Safety one for also do report on the bar. Yeah, this year first quarter come the bar you can watch them. And last week you cry a program gory accident and nipa near nipa 30 you saying police for Krabeka say Nusa no near day a overwhelming. Kalu a overwhelming and you don't understand. Say you say sebi senka o yare na yehu ba bia yare ne wa and a problem. If you have a problem and you are unable to identify the problem, that is where you have a problem. But once I would identify problem, every problem has what? A solution. But unfortunately, they don't pay attention. I'm just hoping, say, the damper renaissance, no, a bit effective MTTD. Now must start I hard on our roads. Stop taking bribes. 2 CDs. One. This is what they say. 1 CD near so mujai channel. Umbejano.
Sosu.
No, mammy, Sosu. I say we hear me nipan kwans Sosu. And Sosu then there's always me like news flash crowd.
Okay.
So Mr. Kalumami can we kakra. Shut 9 months. Accident Ghana crashes in Kwan Manichu be say we are recordable ones. 12,000.
Almost 12,000.
Yeah, 11,850.
Yeah. And
with NIPA 2,126 casualties. Oko down a west. Inti GMA for Emma enumerate some of the known problems are nim say ya kwan ye.
That's what mo speed.
Yeah, road users no nye papa. Drivers no. Wrong overtaking, over speeding, obeying simple traffic regulations, which we don't do.
Sense of judgment cry poor.
Ena option so a cars and also so doors no coins. Vehicles increase day in day out. Nipa ne doorson, omumunye scare doorson, ade bechi bi obi apeso otoka. Enti vehicles doorson. Traffic beba. More accidents will occur. It means I think it's ocean.
The chroma say no, on my highway na 90 this one. Over 5 children 9 east and a 9 west and a 20 west near that. And also, and this is a highway no, but no to become more than
say mini,
and I be the actually. What I say?
Yeah. I think sir Kalu mi no. Mr. said yet be a phone line is not line. Said your friend is saying na yempering for no can Ghana medical omona omobre because at the end of the day omona shen crofo na a pre-planning na omo share rate ye di accident casualties ne bana overwhelming, alarming, and almost rabine. In terms of properly, so almost communicate now. It was very comprehensive. Almost properly solutions. Say dual roads. Kofi Wayo would have done this. Dual roads. Are there a day back or Ghana? Yem penning for no amamumu any decision making. Bold decision. Say aha NSS a quite far. SSC bubu dine ne kwan ye den efa ho yintumi nye sa rather no we will let people die and maintain that building or those buildings. Yes, I see a start yes sir because we share Ghana Medical Association for communicating on the buyer now. In essence, that is what they are saying. Also, to keep the current trend of fatalities on our road, the GMA recommends the following: dualization of major highways in Ghana and intermodal transportation, the conduct of a road safety audit with treatment of hazardous sections, provisions of rest stops. Say the Manuchu Kano every 80 to 100 kilometers. Ghana on stop now I'm Robert now cost stop, but we have to do that and provide security so that people can drive on the road safely and take intermittent rest.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Menas to say, more boy, ma, Edmadian, Nasu, na Bebam, Swab, Befrena, be to me, Akon, and kind, Neck, I say,
for course, no, dear, Mamma Fasadama. Anochi trading, many Anochi cold store. And nam Papa Pana juice you 54 Hamilton Street. Be do join and say you nam. Na fast dama Nabian Barbering Salon. A whole now could you look sexy and attractive. Now wife a fair. And no money shower, Ubo G League, C League. The league be abobia. Once I'm who say, once the first point of Uninipa Benyankuta would be attraction. Who guide your gentle. So, until
Remy juice. Interesting stories.
But your call us the time.
That tallest number.
I'm not trading. I'm not cool store. Na Gold Coast Catering Services. Gold Coast. Nam Adriana Papa Fee. A taste of excellence. Almost so taichi. And I did you and our phone lines no. The bread for. Take over to you. I think now Gyampo so did that. Okay. Number B so ending 3 Oluma so also a couple of other people are on the line.
Okay, better must nanke two important stories be na mane chodi baba Sosu de no say ya mane to kwan e ko baby na ebisa say adentina police for hwe mane to kwan e na toilets bi so mo ko Glasgow for world climate union for my boy adma o chedi de nya beba nti no de a chef fridge
aban say list na a babontin no
330
nipa 27 or 24 but me call UN4 a website edino me say 3 Ghana page no started from 306 e ko see me can be some print Ghana list na dia ba na pages are na be jini mi jae.
Okay, that's it. Ocha oba ye di be ba na be eti ma che ye ko line so na
Ghana weba so no Oko Ghana weba omo the full list na ba na country by country o dey scroll an ko duru gene so no na wa hwe Ghana edini to aso saa but aban ni say ebi mu register for virtual ebi mu ye say fine by the lister what UN Joe Biden no call lead climate change ko di one day pe o kasa wi na oja ho bai.
Okay it's a better was it patron na o jam so ultimate kan wona edu so man ko
yo manuna wase miniamo sen mabo jumason ama ani usta mo ho dimujuma micha no chitra no chikosto ene police na tingi ti afa to diano na miniamo be kan bi ato aso my prices cost so that na Akomea so now I mean give it I can't no can be more to us I didn't know minister obi so you feel that never you no question that go hey no break also phone tell me this and it's saying make and then that said this of course also
Nana, bacho, maybe I would jano lion no break it, super to bet me, baby, am I? Hello, Nana, bacho, still a breaky. Hello, Nana, okay, no jam line no, entry Gyampo, and Tipacho, all my, wow, no, my 7438, no, bacho manco, 7438, no manco. Hello, Otimenka. Hello. Hello. 743 Francis Sosu. Otimenka, Manonko, Francis Sosu.
Yo, Mammo, Mone, and Mapa Moye. My question, person with Busan said, is it true, sir, a member of parliament, is it confirmed, sir, a speaker say what took I am part now, my investigation, and sometimes a bay rumor, and again, is there any provision in the constitution that gives the parliament a power to impeach the speaker if he really did that? The question, I don't know.
Mr. Question, what say?
My question, person Busan said, is it confirmed, sir, a member of parliament, for Medina, Sasuno, or too quiet for your mind anymore now? And
confirm, speaker, speaker, I confirm, say, what too quiet.
Okay, the attorney said, and then I was say court because police for Bono, Kwedu, and then I also court, and then I do court, no. And a speaker of parliament, Eddie letter, Abre court, and he said he's out of the country on parliamentary duties. Into what took into Nigana, into prosecutor. Almost only a similar question November 16th or so. So 26th and 16th. No, 16th. November. Into Oma Jenny case, no, speaker and Eddie letter by on his behalf. So Nigana.
Okay. Now, my next one, let's say it's I think we are more familiar with the constitution of Ghana's constitution. Any provision said the speaker can be impeached.
Provision for speaker of parliament to impeach. A provision for speaker there about the president in there. Provisions for impeachment of a speaker there whereby president could be impeached by speaker there. Why are you saying that?
Because I think it's unfair to the ordinary citizen of Ghanaian. Sir, the police are not going to kill him. They're not going to throw him in jail. But all that, they won't question him. Okay? And what for Papano at the national to prevent the police from doing their job. Now, are we going to get the same protection? It is speaker no emphasis papa no ebeko police if one there. I think it's not appropriate for him to be doing that. But if there's any way for this reason, then the BNI or NIB or whatever name they call it now should step in to investigate the speaker. And say I will breach it, and then they have to remove him from the office because it's not right, it's not fair for him to be doing that.
Okay. Yeah, that's it, pa. So Francis, you better see, pa. Me pacho, Olma. When I do so, man, Kawai, Olma.
Yo, Kalisha, so where there?
Obama, hoya pa. Now swear.
Yo, Alhamdulillah, Kalisha, me hoya pa. Kalisha, mami for akwanya sina mentia manucho. Na mentia opo mesna. Na mentia friends. Tama 1, Tama Kudoago, Gold Coast Kitchen Restaurant Services. CEO and I'm a boss, the godfather, Mr. Dansof Dan Otto Wepes. Kalisha, I said my menu I can't see. Obiano or Bromras or Ghana, and I'm not sure say police were invited session or police station uncle. And then now welcome. I say I can't say because Parliament they treat me be near the other. You Ghana, I'm a swelling. Okay, now the phone what now radio so. TV so declare cars or Madina Yanko, Ushiana, Bonania, the Adena branch and Kuyano. Yamusa say in the Canada police for or police station. A police form rather call if you acquired a quarter to Nano. Obiano Bromraso, yet Ghana, a noble member, Minian Cafe, yet I say what do you call it, Speaker of Parliament. Yet Ghana, Yankasa Canada Paul Croye. Somebody wants now on one TV station and the big judge at them. The big judge at some of your friends called every sin the Canada or Sarkotono. Young Musa ever seen the Canada walk or Sarkotono. Judge or the big judge and some trusted judge. Yeah, your friend or what ever seen there. What is the Canada court? I'm a judge is now did you on my terminal and I did in a question. It's the angels to trust and angels to be a Speaker of Parliament. Speaker of Parliament in Newton or because all my police for any way. But my young can't decide or no, it's to me be a member of Parliament. I call film ballot box, our Parliament. Honorable not on prayer. Deeply offense say majority chief with our Parliament was film ballot box. Our Parliament, Eddie Dane, what is our police for invite? And I'm rather the DNDC form and DNP before. It is simple on a more canas and more casa, Madikaka, our Moamu platform will say. And yes, the first time a Speaker of Parliament, prevented Professor Makukwe Tam Grano, Nipabe MP 20 a police war, no more prominano. Professor Makukwe in the chamber master police. It's a Professor Malquet time there, normal. They were Bambabe time there. Now Bambabe who is just a Bambabe Keke. From 1993, the oldest member of Parliament. Well, Parliament started from 92, the thing there. And I was actually a lawyer, a serious lawyer. And today, question I just want to to me. Who is a friend? What you call it? Bambabe was to be the president of the Republic of Ghana. Bambabe was to be the president. Or to me, vice president. It was also Yana Banso, I don't know, a Banso and who demanded the day. Why not a bed? Why not a better form? Commandant Ghana Armed Forces. Kataya Fana, but one thing funny to me in Kasam, Abra won't use Sumbra. It's a Bambabe Parliament war, and you say, watch it to me, only to me, what mean your koto? Watch me, watch it to me. Then I'm running SPA. Then I'm running ECA, then I'm running protecting member of Parliament. And only idea why you're no Parliament. And you say there was threatening me that the general. Yes, and the Indian and Canada, the commandant chief of and Canadian the general. You were gonna never be brave. Koso is opposition party, a party of power. Our MPs are here near Mabia and try what is their friend MPB, our police station. Can I just walk out here? Zapana, so if a quarter to and the second Japan is also for winning MPs. And I can Japan, they are no number of power. It's one of the intimate friend. It's in just man used to power. Eddie to me, yeah, near Mabia, want to mean when you start to me. Then Akufo-Addo need to me there, or better me to me away. To media and 2 minutes in Akufo-Addo. Okay. Okay. Because who are Bambabe and then I'm to NDC, your friends say, or Speaker of Parliament or NDC, and then Bamia Ghana, then Bambabe, because you're so opposition, and when Speaker of Parliament, it only 2 million of it prevented what must soon call Parliament.
I don't want to
if the angels and some can decide the other man, why Jabia, a Bruna, yeah, never be. That's nothing to see a guy.
Okay.
Alicia, may you confess to the all right. They say the Bianco, so Akufo-Addo one step down. Now I'm paying from Ranobe, man.
All right, all right. Now what's the call? My better see, Papa. African president, the ultimate Kamaniko, Africa. Hello. Africa, you say the me talk apa.
Me das bebre. Ampe magina so ake me ya na wonti min ka so wati min kala me das bebre. Ma min cha utiefo na min cha chairman Kodwago baby a owo bia na minua mamumbo mabatu juma pa mu de. Se tambia mu so mu binu oman no ho se be ya oman no be kwa yie. Na mi de shu de kamenye so say issue bia o say discuss because no more be o man Ghana enkoyi a o say kan ho asam nda me nu ka say na kwa o man payin de ba ya o mu de aso say o mu de adwuma ba Ghana nde na ko fo ni tifia o mu nya adwuma nye o say kan ho asam na say MP eli bi mo ko demonstration actually o mo ko ye ya boni say MP a me hu say because enya dia e betima di MP na ko prison na nya dia e betima fa secretary bia me dia bo man no e yen gbin man kan ko ho na yen kan kire man fo no mo hu say dia ko so man mu no time e yen ko di no mo fo ma gbin mbra no mo muaye na o man ntimi nkonka mi no ka se mi nde petrol e huru wo Ghana be se o sembo tu no ende ga yen su ka si ye adwuma nyina ye tiem yes ye be bia se ko ka ba wo si di to hwan taxa etesa no ma su nyina no omumo no mo timi hene be fusu so we timi hene be fusu a ka betima boy ma bi apopom kakra de amati man fo ma su yo hwan han kakra etesa de ko su de mini enya kura be sre ko kaso a ya ta ka ompo aka ho now for the say MC o ye dan a court no obako o kaso a obayi na no Oyina no so they say mara say the to the batu but say otu kwan say na kure say nye na kure no enye na kure ka nka so otu kwan because otu kwan o dare yes ko no otu nkom kwan dia oba o de obako court no nteri de nya ade ahun nya say yeta yanka wa yanka o man no nde ahuchire wo man no se every program bi no kure fun wo man mu akeke say man mu ai dem yanka no aso na empa pompo madwene nkoso no mo hwembo e na baboae medase.
Oh, okay. Africa president now tin Kano. How the fala? What in Kano man ko abudu? How the fala?
Yes, hello.
How the fala? What in Kano man ko why?
Hey, na mama me ka tabi. Me too.
How the fala man ko?
Alusha mama me ka tabi.
But when no wa kasa, eyendo do so abakasa. Why?
Gyampo nshirawo entojawo enyawo katiye ensu ko maye nede bia wo sori mbo aduma pa na ma Ghana fune babo we enka unity FM aduma ifoji na opo bi kata wa tiro amankwa
ona wo so bajo amankwa hello amankwa oyi ma okasa no nkofo mwa na yamafo ba contribute ya edu so na ene bebe a ujana twu yufu na kasa bi ba mu kwa
opo minkata
so ko so awdu fara
ewo awdu shara na de ni free no nyamia
okay awdu fara bebe a ujana nkofo bi je wachi wa ma watwe fu ana se
Obi anjino wo ba bi amejina kura de bi ajo.
Raman.
Menzo meteke ma madu media metimu amenkasa.
Okay, Raman, what you nka? Raman. Okasa kasa awdu fara banko.
Yo, mpabo we enka unity FM aduma ifuni na enko ka wo yere eni wo mba nyina enko ka ye tamu ya wode ya no American eni ni penyi fo enko ka mi incoming national organizer the chief yami enko ka mi MP awo wonja lati sedo haruna ni the chairman SFO kaburu ka opo meto man ya yetimu mumma yanka emma nyame kalusha meto kamba Raman mpacho yendo suai yendo su na enyondo so how the fala na yakasa me to phone why na it that wachi yakasa how the fala kasa amumo we ya ekoto amumo nu nye kura adunse mu nu se MP ekodi na amfo ati ekoye demonstration ya Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Amankwa, yo, Madenko ba Amankwa.
Yeah, Karusa me.
Eh.
Mechi chairman pay.
Yeah, Joso Amankwa.
Ghana na ye dwene ko ye nim kakra. Eniema bi wo ho a tan.
Okay.
Say bia MPP NDC ubia betena so ubia anya adepa te wo ya adepa kwa nipa na pepa wa benti yeni nwe nya anya adepa yenya sa hypocrisy no ena egu ye man no oti afie ayi wa anya minti na eye me ya obu ani sika obenya ase ne botom no eno no odwene hu onye ne man ne ho se man ne be ko nanim 10 years and 20 years be any man 30 years no ya nyene nkora na wo beba ne ho menu mi ni de be kaka ne ya mo twam ni ko ya nyene sa ne ma ne nya ye botom na me party ba obema discussion botom di ni ye di science no no emwa emfata emra so se ye ko ye nim Ghana ya che menu mi no di ani pa ni ye yantani fo nyina omutu kwaye o omunim de yakoso wa nyina hwe ufie wo ha me no wa hai se diesi ufie se ni ebetwa obetime tua obi 2000 5000 ni aju sika no ye be sa akonyam omudi machine besi wa ufie ni mu anyam nuya no asa de akwa fertilizer de bro na asa de gu bi asa ya sa beto ama wetie nyine ko yanim kakra MPP NDC ni e kawe ni nyina fa nkosi ba bia obuwa ni botom na baya bad obenya sika good botom kwa ni hiane ya nyene man ne ho party na no mo gine mo ho man na ase ya gine ho de sebi ya yiye no atunche na ye nsem hunu ni yedi we sori ana Canada Japan na Canada Japan mo man dini na man no na niema ti ana se niema ye ni yemfo koso no papa de no wayo mo
okay
we man na Canada we man no Masa
yanka ode no yanka Canada Japan asem na ayina na ka asem ayina na olmana na ka asem olmana na ka asem ya
MPP the same Subana MPP te so ye na the same thing NDC for so ye
true
yeah me MPP ni but MPP ya de na nya meka NDC ya de me meka the same thing to munya de no mo ye no o na te so the same thing no dia kwaso nyira o munya bi da MPP nya bi da NDC nya bi da pasa e ma no ne yanyiru wo ne nya party na ye de party no wa chen man no je free education ya papa di bai ene ya na nu bi ne hu faso ma 10-20 years emra akura wa ni ma ya obekọ suna na dwuma bie ebedu se Adei ba se ni ebe bo mai oti ase eno na me sofo ka se bi wa ye se obi implement sa bi school fo bi wa nkwa se ebi ye bi ye nkwa ne so ya na ye se man no Akufo-Addo friends wo meboa ma e wo Ghana ma ye se man that TV so na se interview na obi afre no o didi atemba sabza onni mu ade na na ko na nipa na onni mu ade no be ye man ye no onye yenya semuru ne nsebisem kwasi asem na yedi ne
pacho amankwa say you dey pacho that line me enko pacho yes ya
yenya bi utanye e man yenyina ya dia yenyina ya e man no se man be koyi
ebufo ne yedi atem dia ya na enkonti mesro ya na watuni da wa yedi da pacho
me chisa me sorry on e what nyema bi e bufu etai obi wa ni sika obenya good bottom ti enu hia le say mine ye nya ta hypocrisy na nye
okay amankwa be da sie pa amankwa na wote na no DSM no Roman so abaso bi ba manenko Roman hello Roman wote benka audu fala manenko
yo kalusha ma dika che wa wi na de America nyina ni se apampabe bodimira Parliament mera no amakukui ashishe dia atu no samera no na abansumana babi wodi so even sumana babi ankasa ma teacher so azu wo si yenye no hu hwehwemu mo police for no na mudi krata aba ye ya blante no onobo no hu hwehwemu a wo ko asori dan a na ma se na kodina ti ekoche no abia Parliament enye o hwehwemu wiye even se MP no wa bokro no kura ta na ese mu ye no se MP no wa kumni pokura Sane esemu yanu demonstration keke awadi na amanfati akọ demonstration de omo yanu nunu na Ghana yetimu yi nya insecurity ekosu bebebe nu nyina a police for omo ohe corruption de azori o my Ghana a police for you Gyampo special prosecutor office now ya bienu ye no mu ka fa ho the Ghana haya nde uko market aminya ye to ye tohwe nde business isawo manu nyina agu nde importers and exporters ebre nde si na nado eni MPP omonhwe so PDS PPA youth authority na nado clear corruption clearing agent special prosecutor police for Gyampo omo he yet Ghana premise for 250 tank ayira yet Ghana ha caterpillar edit small scheme miners 500 atu Akomea yet Ghana ha pick up 1220 atu of America yet Ghana ha na popo ya 400 atu Burkina motorbike 750 ayira ya unu ba bia afa enu sana tabato ko Africa yet Ghana ha bunu region haya fertilizer 12 million yirae ema president Nadu eteli boma mi no go to say corruption no waya de onko bunu region minister when you now see under MPP yet Ghana ha na tasbisu galense sada akosi sen yet Ghana kwobia we mu MPP abobuse less than 300 billion omumbeke secondary school ba ku pay omati president Mahama wabobuse 64 billion at 123 senior high school awa we emu 45 wonya we ya kaka kama wa we agusu ewo wuram ayi fufo kwa kasa na kasa tiyawa mu that is amomwa kalusha ekosi wa my Ghana yet Ghana ha hospital afaru hospital ya tia we yenko bia no be sinde minya kalusha agusu da ho Gyampo ni special prosecutor mu ahe sika sey bani Ajuma enkoye ye ko kase economy so ye dinya na banwuya aka tese motia ni boyfriend ni busum na ti Ghana economy sunti na Ghana economy ayedi we ya amomo papa fomo one month ponyo so the Ghana eko do 2 more 3 more 4 more dia say ye be wu kalusha say amomo we na eka ho asem bibia shey bibia jinsemu na nado obejai woni se wo bro ni bejai wo mo amuti amujore adunumi ni fi aka Ghana konja ni bejai aje Ghana yiana the Ghana konja fi ni fi aka no nti na Ghana for ye bre into 2024 domo so because Akonja wo Ghana se say na do any MPP o ma say no photo in the 2024 mama ba say how we nyina so beto inshallah me da si kalusha uni okuponya aduma
audi fala na oti den kana audi fala ya da was CPP pa kojo poku mahala ona edu so manenko
ya kalusha beda masini mo aduma pa mo ye enfe ya beda o kedi aponso afiye pa so ama na otuna kwa pro aba asaba betu ye nyina da so tinkom any unity radio aduma for any teacher kin David Anyankopon ade na bedom opponent na any ochikoma na Anyankopon anka obi bia no nkoso amaye ahode sokom minya kaloi ke Ghana yesi ebeta akoye tibiem dia any amekidi za Ghana amomo no ebeka tipa agent na mama ekata dia papa na court another police for air sheno ana mu your friend the parliament speaker of parliament what they say one gata odi nipa no bebre no another odi beba mi akoye hwehwemu ene ye kwanta sorry ya muzu oni Ghana eti samimi beza me chance sebi o eti dia seta wale mu eye na ga dia beti ya said the date na ga dia beti yes one nzu ni han ma eti Ghana for beka sana o nze dia mamu ni tin community akalu emta time na bufu so eti so no no man tin season passport am onu let me to kwa dia ade tiro obi dia muti season passport eni kwa so otu kwa papim dia beka na asemo eti onu no obum la no so ana eti di na so eti e pese ete that parliament apart from onu no transwana mo di aswana no se dia na eti no obi anti nko apart from onu eya frakada ma na Ghana mutu vutu ogu ya ni na ede yen ka show parliament wana mote ana wono zumu nta wa nkosi awie enye dia Nyankopon the 4 years na dum ya ya be bi emi ata opa because ya wuze wono yen for so do bia e wo parliament wo ka parliament obi wo parliament na ga na asama ba ne yen tiye nka na mo ka tese woni Ghana na mo besa mo tese sei speaker of parliament so wa tire Ghana fo nyina sei say eti pa na ya die nti na amane ko eti nti e kwa be na ofa so wotimi ko e eti onye Ghana ni ana to no de ofu amra na ni na minya kalukana ya de show bibi enye sadi ababia o man ni ko ne de ya hwe hu ya ebe kukum ya won sa ya ntoko bia nti ye na ya kukum ya won because they say ya hu ze wuo ne ba na eba Ghana hu da bia ya tutu da bia ye ze ni nyina ya mra na enya aduma no because they say yeah nkwala na use emra ni dibi na mo be dibi na fu entantamna na omo kan so mo na nkata be kan ya papa o sa de fu doctor Kwame Nkrumah Nyankopon fa de kantie okwoti o man be si o ka che say forward never backwards never it is amudi akwa won ye here we mtiti NDC awu ye here we amudi akomu it na mo mo expect say ye meti force na ye yamfa kameto na say do me dia mabaka say ne o ye ba ye be bom kana enye ta because o hwemu a Ghana no yɛ fuel na budget no ɛyɛ fuel na de budget no ɛyɛ kan ba mo eti yɛ timi tiso na entiso nye Ghana no yɛ kɔ yɛ nim ana yɛ ba yɛ ti no kwa e ka bebre pe o ya muja to no muja mo za yefo ne tia ni nyina ti no muja be ka je za mo se o my pa yi ze so ati fuel me da me ka to mo ze what is in do ene o chan so ka kalumu ni nyame nya dmo
Kojo poku mahala ena o te ne nka se ode na do disim aba no eza mama kwasa afra ba mama awanka uja bibi o mana
me say Ghana no Ghana politics na koye ne hu bibia odwene ho anta koye MPP ni NDC nko ana we can ka wo se memi ye bibi na nya wo so ye bibia enya ese ye ka obi ye bibi na nya ne yakata so ne pete kata so se minister ya ade ya ishatawala ya ade mi akoche na na minister nso ya ade ya ntimi nkoche no ana to se de na ayi kai nipa ni ntimi koje poku ke yentimi nsuma nipa foforo ma ne nko wa bra court wo ese nipa na ekoko court
bia na speaker person shede no
speaker person en den ba nye efi ono nipa nye nipa bibiri na wo hono ono na wo court na so court na de ne yesuma no
semebe
kaunda ha kalusha wo yi krom ha wo ha ene se okokoto na o ne kwa ga de wo nko
o eja goche mo na kwa no do de
mo o ti asie tebe ye krom no ke se don pari aba se sie a wo ye na djuma ebe kakra no ye di ni si wona be sa wo na si ana wo ye se ana wo ye se wa ye se dodo ana de ka se ye ne sa na wo ye o ti asie o we de upu national bani karusha bani ki masa ene fafa nche ye ni president na ye da sa pija ye gubra enya sa ni mana ye ne na mo ye man no omo so sa
aba kwa ye dasi pepa ye dasi what do so critical thinker do so manenko critical
yes sir yenya me da se ma men chia o anyimire na ye chia ye mpanyifo a omo US na omo tie mo ni se MPP for be election bi wo hono ma branch executive no we wish you nyina all the best me nyama me party no e wo ha se Akufo-Addo first fuel reduction was a campaign promise. Because Sana na Akomea kan
ane
there be instances say politicians so what you say Emma Yera Mahama Emma Yera North so what you say say omo capture bibia omo capture say nipa no de ekran no na enkonko yese aban na o teso no enko asem na o de oka obvious ye nyina yi betimi atwe ho efisa ne man ho fi se beboa se nya ade bia ene ade be ye first politics and me kura no minua 2016 2020 me who say fu e kwampo no e be the center stage of our politics mame ba you rames no ka say I will reduce it drastically it kai eno pa but nanado de meaning the nanado kai for better petrol so drastically so be a kai a di nanado ye de e kai but 2016 pa na
this particular message, you know, meaning the Nanado, a car in here, and will be the fact at the end of their friends. It's your home, dear. Mokra, Papa, we say, we no any excuse Anna economy. Minya, any time critical thinking.
Hello, critical. Jay, I'm so line katikati breaky. So bet me Jay kakra. Maybe I'll jano. Is it I koso?
Before the no sense, but I said,
too bad. Critical thinking, no man. Into me, just a quite number. But Kasa Ramiti say, yeah. Yes, sir. Hello. Critical thinking, line on Koye. Sammy, so what's him in come and call Sammy? Hello, Sammy. Hello. Bafo is sorry. So what's him in come and call? Hello, Bafo. Hello, Bafo. Hello, Bafo. What's him in car? Course no. Hey. Hello. Hello, Bafo. Hello, Bafo. Bafo, what's him in car? Your phone lights, you know. Your Gusua. Gusua say your Sabaka man for your phone line. Hi, Kakra. Gusua say, you bet me. Yeti. Your Gusua, Yeti. Your Kaimo say, almost a semi medium by a retreat auto school. And as a mass trading center, Olu Barbering Shop, Ash Farmer and Ash Pharmacy, Venom Women's Health Center, and our services. I'm also buying Rashida Financial Services, Danko African Market, and Gold Coast Catering Services, and Anochi Trading, and Nabian Barbering Shop. Almost Kui, and Master Danso, Dan Auto Repairs, and also to me. Hello, what's your name, Sabi?
Yeah, Kingalusha Metonka.
Sabi, and Manenko.
Kingalumida Zibre, Namima Moni, Jumapa, Moya, Mecha, Punasami Bonabaso, on Manucho. Kingalusha, I am not told Diana as a Omodigana for Yadrin, Sebi, Ediagro. Nana Komia Samo Betri. Matter. No matter the point I want making in your work, I mean, the headline no and I'm busy on. So, what I say, I mean, petrol fuel reduction, I mean, in some of the kind, just a fuel reduction, just a promise to get voter, and as a campaign promises. What do you mean? Policies, green book, so much Ghana for mobile fuel. So, Nina, nobody did not a campaign. I quite remember. In a event, a trade fair. Mukase, kind of want to meet Topper, kind of want to meet your light, then to mobile, but fuel. So, Nanadu, a promise Ghana for. And it is a name who is an Akomea society. Also, he works for he's a member of the ruling MPP, only particular patriotic party. It is an Akomea customer, it carries weight and volume. It is what the fuel, reduction was just a mere campaign promises. Then another Akufo-Addo or the gun of bargain said 80 agro. Because who predecessors, it would be especially John Dramani Mahama. I need to Ghana for you then extra betiano because now you says that time no full boy day. And it is a Ghana for to a bet and also she Ghana for boss. The entire movement of one, maybe the bois matifu as soon as the new by within the space of just about 1 year. Oh, another 6 months. Full boy to me about 3 consecutive times. na say Ghana force driver force bon painting na say we be ka say any asem na kind na me campaign promises there na say mo the Ghana for dream sebi edi agro na say politics maybe no oppo ka say me say politicians no omo nyina omo ye pe and I agree with him whether NPP whether NDC they seem to be the same what I say but independence no yana say omo to abo eburu omo but meaning say omo kuku omo no omo timi diga na for omo timi shia as omo kunta kwa independence but omo kuku omo no I know say they are together they are one because parliament for no more no as a true baby and I say omo kun but a pass yen chesika they are one. And there's a Akomea kasa asem we dia. Na se sebi NPP ne Akufo-Addo omo de Ghana for adwen den edi agoro. Me de ye ka mpanifo se amfa na chene nto aso. Se de ye ni de ye hu na se ya ne be dia. Me adana obi ka asem bi na agree with the person say it is a man so say Ghana for ye fa adwen na NDC NPP ye pie omo nyina gu baabi. Ne ye different political party no mo be Ghana for so ne ye say are we going to see drastic changes because we mo ye ni nyina omo ba promises omo de Ghana for no. Omunti ndi mu juma na so omo de ya adwene ye ti agoro na nko NDC e be NPP tire na te se da bia sa se Ghana for ye mo ya adwen e ba ye ho ye ni ba ye ho so se nko fo mienu we I really Ghana for so many years after Kwame Nkrumah any PNC for be di kakra but you who any improvement bia don be bia promise on be mano omo de ya adwen di agoro be this kan bia omo route no mo share na omo ko na so se Ghana for ye kasa youth no ye ma ye ho me so na NDC NPP no ye pie omo gu baby Galusha na Ghana timi fan to my minister bia ye man you to be youth person be jina no so be jina political party papa be the who donia no o man home so Ghana youth any maburi be tan chi aboa say ye be say youth go be the sunu hu so betima be o ye youth na wa fa eniye mu no obetima be jina youth na nam IGPP because enkokrafo na me say omo nim de no omo bosen enko be bia de say e pia omo nyina ndisi ni pipi no na esi baby na emu ekwan Ghana for no ye betimi afa so apay youth bi no abedi Ghana so but quickly on Sosu de no say em ya so be a parliamentarian say what could say who say and I say me can say na police here di invite no na first speaker of parliament when to me answer say invitation na mananko na ye Ghana say won 2 coin na what actual letter ko me sure say America na any other country and get ma kwan ma dey when sit da even if so a foreign minister and as ambassador BBS ni dey say okọ no ko yi ni ho anu ansa na ne ho sign no ansa na ke ma kwan ama na 2 coin but me na da bia na me can say any different person it would have been a different story but the China the odi ekokunu the China family so e ba sa obetim di dia na Kigalusha
yo me da sipi Sami me da si pa Sami e do de kan but you are no man 2544 no 2544 no when I do some pacho manenko when I be last caller pacho manenko
so ipacho sam dancing me chiamu nyina me jiri se o man no e problem aye wo pa ba ko ameme hu eni o se ye wo mineral resources bebre enso ye ni ayan kasa intumi ntu te se petrol ye wo bi na hwe se petrol sen na aban no enya
5%
aye keto bi
5%
the 5% eno no so ebeboa ye me emre no du se o man Ghana e ho no mineral resources ye wo no se eni ayan kasa ye ntumi entu sa mineral resources ni ase de bedan abrofo sa abrofo na emetu no mai kakra bi dia ene enuanom ye man no yi ewia no ebeye den political party bi ni asasi so a oba ono obetumi akekere o man no se ye ni ankasa no yenye self sufficient ne mmiri bi ebekọ akọfa abrofo na dia na menti ase ne se ye man no ye wo engineers akukuda huro bebre omo ko school ediba school e wa manone endi se mfidie no ehia no enu omo ntumi nim se do omo si operate mfidie no ana sade mi twenu wa menti ase ntumi na resources ya nkosi da ben na ebe ma abrofo ya ba betu no mama kakra bi a ye entumi emwaye ena de tosumi no me jiri se senior secondary school no amaye amana resources dodo no akwakodim because me try see research no me hu ewiase ba bi a omo ye senior secondary school a nipa no dodo eda ho tisa America hey day Europe no mi ade nyina day only say aban ade buses ene wo ho ene di won mo call na di won aba won didi once every day no mo aba na yen die tewe country yakwaji nipa yi eda ho won ntia labe won ntia water bill won no kese eyade a die na ba no ebetumi aye enti mi gidi se no so no campaign promise na do aba no ba se free senior secondary to the extent say ye ma school atade kurata menti di kurata we ase bedia indi so mo be san ahwe ade no mu na ya ho yetimenye sika kakra etimi di aboa eno beboa ena de toso ya kwan a accidents esisie no America hey emre bi atwam no na accidents sisi di se Ghana na no mo trase hu se ye wa asase ade nti na dual carriage way no ye nye bi ye bitima na 3 esie ye 4 esie ye nti o start so mi ye dual carriage way no enu na ma accident no esi so etete na se Ghana ye so ye ntumi amoye ho moden anye ne saa se bibia na be se car bonsa ho dia ene accident no saa na beba afi car kese so se ya enche no na se eno ese ejina se highway for ntimi twe saa car no ase ni free kwa ho no na enu si ho nti ma no asi
Mr. Sandra, so ya debeda wasi papa wanu contribution is fantastic.
Da what me nka?
And that's what me
nka. My vote to the best caller of the day. Wama me jo ma sign with dey kwa have fantastic contribution. Ye here nsem ne nkomo sa bi ya me ntante nka. What can sem ni nyina? Very powerful contribution. Nyamisha on papa. Bye. Kalu onim de ntia ma me kansa no he. Time a free SHS buy no. Onim sa asema me kan ne. Obisa Konfante ne asabre mo sa time na. Some people na ebi mu kura feel say me tia free SHS no. But on say hwe yesi o pam atade a o hwe o material ho na o de aiden. O de apam. Me papa kan sem ni nyina America public school up to high school free. But one will say aban to atade mo bi one na show ba atade ye ko school e mo maduane once no madidi say be how mom early bird for no opa no pass depending on who ma papa no how much you make mom breakfast no madi lunch but we no o de obi ba ko tena high school we Ghana nkwada didi o mu didi no graduate no odibi ofie dibi o school nti bi okra school lunch no kra oni mpe ba odina kwatena school mu hwe no anopa awia anwumere oda odware nsuo oye bibia nti eventually what take custody of obi ba na wo hwe no nti too massive a burden for a developing country nti na ye papa Sam down so kan say America no kra wo ye kuku dam no onye sa so Adei we buy some of us make na free SHS because progressive no mahama ye say progressive free day SHS inti say mahama na koka say ono no ye free day no MPP ye bia enye obeka say oh mahama na start you see inti ye eno na ye bre no inti we think about our parties me kai say me kan say we need 3 days and I can of Riata finance minister eba bonten be kan say abai ma omo betumi atwa sika ne bi ntua because the burden on the government is too much. John Bodu kotena Peace FM si oforiata enim nia oka because a party said them papa Sam down so kind no a party promise a Peace FM kokro so say a party promise na na do she Ghana for free SHS. It is true free SHS no say free boarding SHS boarding no krom ha person do back school no co hostel wasem
expensive
wasem so inti ni mani bebre wo ha inti na na can we choose party over country and say now weekend you know join news near any political discussion on Friday where say UTVs na meeting now more can about teacher training any nursing training teacher training allowance etua faso bia ni so nursing training allowance a tuamfa so and those two colleges no a competitive Christian University. So Amankwa did talk about free SHS. I say you hunu so far so years to come. What is the essence of free SHS if you are not exploiting nimdiana amount for kunyano into companies? Yenya omo real school kra gufie nya adwuma nyo. Into free SHS ne do be no beka setia. It is good, but we have to think far of maximizing. Adentina America for say oh ye lotto first no lotto no obi a oko school Ghana kra no want to. So kaipa history of American lottery. But America for ya could do say answer na beba no omo tap omo mako school no Adei. They want people who are learned so their country can, because one co school the assumption is about country ni bebre on more ntomo already made. This is some of the education requirement aba minimum cry SS so pass maths and what English. That means you can read and write. Oh American need oye because omo brains Europe dear Africa dear ya ko school akwetire no asa twe nyina ye ba but yan brains na o ko school kra wie no we can tap and use them because adwuma ni ho. So that is what we are saying. The free SHS is good, but make room, make provision, anticipate, create industrial economy, and also reduce the burden on yourself. Na ya no free SHS day o pese obako boarding and travel boarding. That's right. And you many be why akukuru na kakraka na man for bre so finance the system is not working. Free SHS ukona we bra mo bre ntina school fee ni ade nyama bebre anka we could channel those resources to other areas or build more schools with boarding house nkwa sika ban ebo and make the education wider and accessible to all. These are some of the common things we can do. But hey, a party promise. Is it party over country or country over party? These are some of the things. And then quick one on speaker. Honorable Abambabi, my disappointed Onumuba. I'm very disappointed. Omo kreti anarchy and then come to think of Olumai and Canada Japan. Yakasa Canada Japan kokot Canada Japan contempt angelo Ghana. Ni Ghana. Contempt angelo. And I guess Canada Japan you say and Canada Japan on yesu no court wanko Kwakuba akoni anas modiano. His lawyer went to represent him. And he said, for your court, depending on your status, how diplomatic you are, you can let your lawyer go and represent. Depends a case in your criminal case, a court no require presence there. What we are saying is, you are not over the bar. Oh, the only party saying, and the speaker should be bowing his head down in shame. If you are telling the court to say Nipane to on parliamentary duties, just like a very nice question of BBC said, don't we have other parliamentarians, even if he's on a subcommittee? Is he only the person on the subcommittee? The point is, NDC for the because the next time when you win a parliament or power, or when you are in opposition and these things are happening, if you don't have your speaker and these things are happening to you, don't come and say somebody is witch hunting you, because now that you have to avail your people to go and face the law that and the laws that you set in parliament. If you haven't done anything wrong, why are you running away? Because the spokesperson Bekasa last week was on she ties on to go and tell the court that you didn't block any road, you didn't bend any ties. Why are you running away? We are parliamentarian. A Ghana constitution they say no one is above the law. Say immunity, and it's about time the Ghanaian youth we have to rise up. Parliamentarian no unye nipa nche nipa no what we kura se no to abama o se kotena mo no. Just say ya pagya o se kudie so no nche se ye ka se ye nei ye de mra na nyiren na emomu de ebedi dia yes we tukwa yes we say ya me nua bi o teach kroma bonten so woni passport mpo asabi e na mra ne di na ka betima ka se we tukwa. And that disparity has to stop. If we say we are in transition democracy and we want to grow, and yes, sebi, and you're my bonia, and a Canada Japan, you say, should we keep repeating wrongs? Then, yeah, the NDC, MPP, and fun second Japan cry, yes, and they also say to say yes, sir. Some Mabuna, Momo Pesa Ghana, you know, two parties, and Ghana will never develop, and Ghana will never progress. Second Japan, yeah. Na drew honnenas ye progressive ni yakoye nima. What is wrong can never be right. Inti yanka say Canada Japan yes our time no na say nya and I say repeat. Then what is the progress of the country? How can the country make progress? Sanyo man is see jai na ye makana konenim. Abambabi, I thought he was doing a good job, but one might very disappointed in him. Very, very disappointed. You can't be doing that and be shielding somebody just to face the law. And Yamrana Mutu Amukota Parliament now question say obi koye LGBTQI plus obi koye gay dey enkochi ntum obi yesi enchi ntum na mo ahemra obi yesi enchi ntum na ade akoye ye ne mabone se wo so onya hwea brai na ye frɛ wa say na watu kwan no I say first you evaded him from police because also were immunity. Second, court on so omra and also so watu kwan. I mean that is not fair to the ordinary people. Obin corner on the engine intum. Now they do so they are not pekwan edu because he's a diplomat and he has a diplomatic passport na yamane jwane. And I say I'm on a two-kind by force parliamentary duties. That is highly unfair, and it's very, very bad on the part of the speaker.
All right, thank you. For announcement back home.
Oh yeah, Reverend Father Inokusiche Martin. Also monitor show no. Na your boy Juma pa invite. Father, me chow no pay. Or say me chas in one phone na man. Or say one Catholic phone na man. Na me fan two. A team phone na him say omo ba be program kese. Or say the Ghanaian Catholic community. Worcester present a 3-day mega encounter with the Lord. Tomo Bayer Nefuami and Sajume, the venue is in one of our Catholic Church 570 Lincoln. You see the name no. Now, Father, the guest speakers, Father for Kesia Pa, the Odi Kanye, Father Justice O or Saifusu, and a Father John Techi. Amo any speakers for the program. Ebaso, the one here Wednesday, November 10th, and you 7 to 9. Ukwada we 7 to 9. Intimate Kobi. Ndi uye Juma saw point, I'm near Kojinshra. Adei ko me makonta kwaku yabo aseda soro Father dware mi nsuo tinhira ne basa me kwaji bia kan nti 7 to 9 anwumre topic no say my set time for favor and answered prayers ti onyame ahihye time for favor aduru ho and answered prayers so come nti nyame yadma o say theme here Psalm 102:13 nti o de opa akofia kind the entire Psalm 102 never bompa nti Father say day 2 no day 1 no day 2 no say launch into the deep my set time of abundance and prosperity Luke 5:1-11 and at day 3 no so say free indeed my set time of healing deliverance and blessing I don't know here Lamentations 3:37 Isaiah 44:25 Numbers 22:23 and at John 8:36 nti enyina ye ko me mama Agnes Boafo ne Paul awotwemo secretary Ray mu nyina will be there tinyame adoma ukwada abai amuno asamo mu nyina adom market mu nyina onse adom yeroko roman mu nyina nti ebeba nyame adoma nti echa Reverend Father Inokusi Chamati ne yeda yenu abema Ebenezer Mafo nso se yenda abusuafo asema no Worcester fo nyina odo muyi na didi ma no over the weekend Indian Center NN Navasota Avenue na Kenkalusha ko G League C League or the fry Jega Master wan ono nom no rough anigye no benden eto da no adwani bi eti o se ye na mo asema no be frem brano ono na yere Monica Paribia omo se isie ni keja eni asida Worcester for more show massive love to your brother nti I say under mercy. Hallelujah scientific case and can't say wow sasabro na wona ba na how oh sorry awachi just 3 minutes and what me atinu knee pains waist pains neck pains bema waye mere ko hallelujah scientific ya Dr. Eriko Abidano ena oye adwuma bre na untumi nkogima o say obe massage o sankofa cream fa bi srasra ho ne da nku we start ye adwuma since 2005 adwuma pa what is ra benge kurama sankofa cream hwehwe bi akira kwan Fred Dr. Eriko Abi 774-386-5640 774-386-5640 nadaruma anyina na yedi dwumadi brete for ene omomaka kalu cover news no ndase
abo medase pie opo na shira na outing nkano edi dwumadi no abawieye mentumenya dwuma nkwa mene Manucho Magandi Tatarito min peme wasem usa version of Massachusetts Worcester usa version of Elizato ono so tenenka ana opo national ono so otenenka so did medium mo frɛ so beda mase se modia yi afa news time na du e ko fa news no yakopon ya adoma no de church eche ya e be sani machia yakram mo bye bye.
Freedom of speech, you know, also, yeah, to be Canadian. Then, the say, the mineral Nigeria, also be tracked to so. We do what? Maybe can't or and media, and see, no, my uncle.